Hello and welcome to another episode of my Football Manager career where we're playing as Blyth Spartans. This is, what are we on now? Season 5 or is it Season 6? I forget. I can't even remember. Let's just have a look. Let's wind it back. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5. It is Season 6. Awesome. So we are still in the Vanarama National League, trying to get promotion. And yeah, I mean, this season started out a little bit iffy with all those draws and a couple of losses. But we managed to get a handle of things, and we've been on a pretty good run lately. We've not lost a game since Hartlepool back in January. We've had a huge streak here, even managing a 6-1 win against Eastleigh, which was pretty awesome. So where we're left in the table is in second place. Now, we're only just second. We're tied on points with Fylde and also tied on goal difference. I think we're probably just ahead on goals scored, which is what it goes to next, I think, after goal difference. But there's quite a big gap between us and league leaders Leyton Orient. So although I set out at the start of this season saying, really, I'm sick of losing Wembley playoff finals and missing out on promotion, I want to win the league this season, it is looking quite unlikely that we're going to achieve that with such a gap in points. But we are in a good position in terms of finding ourselves in yet another playoff. And hopefully we'll go to Wembley again and maybe third time lucky. Maybe we'll win this time. I'm not going to get my hopes up too much. I've obviously had them crushed one too many times. But we are ready to play against Maidstone. And I think I've got some new players to show you guys as well that I've brought in recently. So we're at home against Maidstone. We're in strong form. I'm going to play the 4-3-3. I went back to that as it just seems to be the most consistent for me at the minute. You'll notice I've got a bunch of players in on trial at the moment. They're all the guys in green. But if I remember rightly, I signed somebody new. Yes. So this is one of the new signings, Connor Comer. This guy is he's basically another poacher. His pace isn't that amazing, but he's pretty decent, and yeah, I'm going with him at the moment. We've still got Darnell Mintus, but he seemed to have picked up like quite a few injuries lately. So I've not been able to rely on him as much, but actually I think I want him in the first team. There we go, since he's available. Because Darnell Mintus has got some really important key stats to the way I play. The acceleration and the pace being pretty useful. He's also got the best finishing in my side, I think, as well, with finishing 14. I don't think anyone beats that. And who else did I bring in? I think I brought in someone else as well. Let me just have a look. Oh yeah, there he is, Feeney. So Kieran Feeney is another one I brought in. So he's actually got the equally good finishing as Darnell Mintus. He's got 14 for acceleration, 12 for pace. So he's another one that's potentially good. He's 3-star poacher. So yeah, I've actually brought in 2 players that are good replacements for Mintus. And Maguire, he's not as good as he used to be. He's a 2.5 now. But he's still got important key stats for us. But at age 31, his career is not going to last too much longer with us. So I've already looked ahead in terms of bringing players in to replace him and obviously cover for Mintus when he's out injured. He's not injury prone, Darnell Mintus, but he does seem to pick up a lot of injuries in general, which can be annoying at times and has left me short. So we got that covered now. So here we are. I think we're all good to go. I've got the team selected. I've made that one change. I'll just double check that I'm happy with my midfield. We've got the 2 loan players. We've got Makepeace here. Kian Makepeace has been doing all right for us. And obviously Ackley as well. He's one of the stronger players in the side right now. Kai Ackley on loan from Huddersfield. Coming out at 3.5, which is on a par with Navarro as top player in the side right now. So a couple of decent loanees in this season. Right, let's crack on with this match. And at the moment, every match is a match we want to be winning. Because I would love to be able to try to catch up on the points as we come into the close of the season, just to see if I've got a sniff of a chance of winning the league and avoiding the playoffs. But like I say, I'm not expecting it. I think there's an 11-point gap right now, which if Leyton Orient keep performing as well as they have been, is possibly going to be a bit unassailable. Right, let's crack on. And as ever, I need to switch the sound back on. There we go. There we go. Now we've got some atmosphere. How's everyone doing today? Hey, Mouth. Hey, Catch. Good to see you guys. Hope you're well. And here we are at Croft Park, as per usual, in the rain. Looking good. Okay, Leighton Egan picking the ball up there, but that was the end of the opening highlight. Nothing exciting happening so far. We've got a good amount of possession. Oh, here we go. Highlight now. Good long ball from Wall, but unfortunately failing to find a teammate. And it looks like there's going to be a counter-attack for Maidstone, who are playing in purple. Neville on the wing puts a cross in to Sykes, and there's a goal immediately. Under 10 minutes, and we're 1 goal down. Oh dear. Well, honestly, we've been on a really massive winning streak, so it wouldn't be that surprising if we lose a game here, but not how I want to start the session off, obviously. Are you allowed to link a YouTube video that isn't from my channel? Yeah, as long as there's no penises or anything like that. Hold on, I think I've got to give you a permit though. Just give me a second, Mouth. 1, 3, 1. Did that work? No, that didn't work. Well, I'm going to have to look up the command. Well, that is the command. Why didn't that work? It's supposed to allow you to permit in the permit you to do a link in the next 30 seconds. Oh, I see why. The bot is not working right now. So yeah, just link away. That no, it's not. It's not even the case. It's just the bot's not working. So there's actually nothing stopping you, Mouth. Just go for it, mate. Like I say, as long as it's nothing, you know, out of order or illegal or pornographic, then you're probably okay. Right, so we are a goal down, 20 minutes played. I'm going to demand more because this is just not good enough. Although we are having the better end of the shot total, if not the possession, but we're not playing a high possession tactic here. It's the shots that I'm more concerned with, but unfortunately they've made more of theirs. They've only actually had 2 on target, and one of those resulted in a goal. Oh, here we go. We've got Navarro with a free kick, and he smashes it over the bar. Disappointing stuff there. Oh, yeah, I've watched some of those videos, Mouth. That's cool. Hinchcliffe now with a free kick. His isn't much better. Smashes it straight into the wall. Mintus picks up the loose ball. Plays it back to Wall. And that's the end of that highlight. 12 shots we've had now to their 3. Still a goal behind as we approach the half-time whistle. Oh, that's fine, Mouth. Yeah. No worries about that. You're all good. The only thing I'm concerned about is just, you know, just make sure it doesn't break Twitch T's and C's. Apart from that, we're all good. Right, yeah, aggressive half-time bollocking because that was terrible. Let's see if we can turn it around in the second half. Now, we're a Maidstone in the league table. Down in 12th. Oh, man, we need to be beating teams like this. Definitely. Anybody particularly underperforming at the moment? Ackley's only on 6.4. Not great. Oh! Now, that could change things up. A second yellow for Appiah Forson, resulting in a red card. So we are now facing 10 men of Maidstone. Hinchcliffe with another pretty awful free kick there. I'm not going to score like that, but we've got a good chance now of at least equalising, hopefully of winning, since they're now only 10 men. Makepeace with a shot there, put just wide of the target. Another good opportunity squandered, but we're now up to 15 shots, but only 5 of them have been on target. This is the tale of Doyle and the 10 maidens, says Catch. Thanks, Catch. McGarry with a free kick for Maidstone, hacked away by Egan. That look like a better opportunity than we've had recently. I'm going to go for a demand more because I'm about to hit 60 minutes soon. And we're not getting enough highlights to keep me happy right now, considering we're against 10 men as well, and we're playing attacking football, and we've had all these shots. They're just not being on target, are they? Right, we've got Mintus on a 6.4 at the moment, so perhaps we could replace him soon. Oh, he's picked his game up. He must have heard me talking about him. But Ackley's been on a 6.4 for a while, and he's also on a yellow card, so I might take him off. Navarro with a shot and bangs it into the back of the net. Luca Navarro with his 15th goal of the season and a nice little cartwheel at the corner flag to celebrate. There's the equaliser. 71st minute. Definitely much needed. There's a poor defensive header there, allowing Navarro to pick it up on the edge of the box and, like a laser, bang that into the space and scored the goal. Good man. We needed that. So he goes up to an 8.3. Fantastic. Right, Ackley's picked his game up a little bit as well. Do I want to make a substitution? Well, Wall's actually quite tired on 62%, so that I will change. Luke Wall will come off, and old man Michael Liddle, as he is now, what is he, age 32 or 3? Oh my God, he's 34 now. Yeah, 34-year-old Michael Liddle, although he's not old to us, is he? But he's old in football terms. Is going to come on in place of Wall, and who else am I going to change? I think I might change. Oh, Ackley's looking motivated, but he's on a yellow after all. Might bring Naby on, get some fresh legs on the field, switch these two around. Yeah, that works for me. And do I bring on Connor Comer? 10 minutes to go. Yeah, screw it. I'll make 3 substitutions. I don't normally like making 3. I prefer to just go with 2 and save 1 in case of injury. But I think these fresh legs and playing against 10 men could be the right way to go, just to try and snatch one more goal before the whistle. And we've got 10 minutes of normal time to go. Let's see what we can achieve. Make peace to Naby. He's just come on. Out wide to Little. Also just come on. Attempted cross there. Deflected away. But the move is not broken down yet until Egan smashes his shot way over the bar. We need to be doing better than this, lads. 21 shots and 7 on target. Appalling. Absolutely appalling. And we're drawing with a team that's only managed 4 shots against us all match. And there's only 10 of them as well since the 52nd minute. And we're now in the final minute. I'm just going to go very attacking at this point and just hope we can snatch a winner. I mean, 1 point's okay, but really should be taking 3 points away from this match, particularly since we were against 10 men. We've got 3 minutes of added time remaining now. We are on all-out attack at this stage. Just desperately hoping for one last opportunity before the whistle goes, but it's looking less and less likely. Michael Little with the throw in to make peace. Seemed to be tackled away. Hunt is running for that. I think he's going to get to it quite comfortably. Smith pumps the ball forward towards the box. Make peace with the header. Naby picks up the ball. Little, come on, cross it. Oh, poor effort there. Closed down. And Wright makes the clearance for a throw-in. We are now in the final minute. The seconds are ticking away. It doesn't look like we're going to get this goal, but it's not over until the whistle goes. Wright to Phillips. Somebody needs to get in there. Less than 10 seconds remaining. Can't Egan just pump it forward. Have a crack. Anybody. Hinchcliffe. Oh, no. And that will be the final chance of the match, I believe. The whistle is going any second, and there it is, full time. 1-1, Blyth versus Maidstone. That's a shame. That is a shame. I think we may have slipped down the league table as well, but 22 shots and only 8 on target. This is a match we should have won on stats, on paper, and they just could not deliver that extra goal, even against 10 men. So yes, we will tell them that was disappointing. That seemed to sink in. Got some good reactions from telling them they sucked. And next we've got Filed. That's a huge game. Oh, we have retained second place. Okay. But Filed are the team we're playing next, and they're only a point behind us. So that's an absolutely huge match coming up. We need to make sure that we don't lose points against them. If we lose that match, they go above us. That simple. All right, we'll praise Navarro because he did score an absolute screamer of a goal. Shame the rest of the team didn't do so well. And Filed were playing away, so it's going to be a rough match, that. Hey, Spartan Roland. Good to see you. Okay. I think we're out of all the cups at this point, aren't we? No cups for us to worry about. Don't really care who's winning it if it's not us. But really, I think I've said before in the previous episode, I'm not too worried about getting knocked out of the FA Trophy. I like to stay in the FA Cup as long as possible because we can play big teams and bring in some serious money to the club from the gate receipts. But the FA Trophy is just an inconvenience, really. You don't win much prize money for it, and it tires your players out when I'd rather be focusing on just getting promoted up to League 2. So it's not the end of the world that we're out of that. And yeah, oh, look at that. This is an interesting couple of fixtures here. So we've got play the team that's only a point beneath us, one place down from us in the table. And then we've got our local rivals Gateshead away as well, only a couple of days after that match. So this is going to be a tough little pair of fixtures. I wonder what's after Gateshead. I would put money on us losing at least one of these fixtures, I'd say. Even though we're on a pretty solid unbeaten run, all good things eventually come to an end, don't they? And Gateshead, look, they're fighting for playoff place as well. They're just in there at the moment, ahead of Cambridge. And yeah, let's have a look. So yeah, this is how we're looking at the moment. So we've not lost since Hartlepool back in January, but if we're going to lose, it's going to be one of these two, I think. And Gateshead, our matches on TV, which is pretty awesome. Bring in some bucks to the club for that. Navarro making team of the week. Good man. Obviously down to that awesome goal he scored. Hello, Algno. And then was it Harrogate, I think, is coming up next. They're a little further down the table than these two clubs here. Hopefully they'll be an easier game, but it is a very tightly packed schedule at the moment. And yeah, it would only be tighter if we had the cup matches to play as well. Well, I mean, the fixtures wouldn't be tighter, but the team would be more exhausted. Yeah, Harrogate down in 21st. So they're in the relegation zone. So even if we have a rough time for both of these matches, we should have a nice recovery game there against Harrogate, which hopefully we should be able to win, even if we're not putting out our strongest side because they're a bit tired. We'll have to see, though. How many of you lot are Battletech people? A couple of you are Battletech people. Good, exciting news on the Battletech Extended 3025 front. The problem is fixed. That's right. So it's not out for release to the public just yet, but when I was talking to Harry just before the show, it was very close. I, in fact, have a working version of it right now. It's not the final one that will be going up on Nexus Mods, so I'll need to update my own when that goes up. But I've got basically all the stuff Harry needed to work on is done. He's just waiting on Justin to fix a couple of things on his end, and then it will be up on Nexus, and BattleTech Extended will be up and running and playable once again. And I think I've decided I'm going to start a new career already. I'll start a new career because we've gotten quite far in with playing the vanilla urban warfare, and I've got some pretty good mechs at this point. And BattleTech Extended, if I'm just going to play that and already have good mechs, I'm kind of skipping loads of stuff. Plus, there's a new exciting feature that I need to show you guys on BattleTech Extended that Harry was working on last night and this morning, and that is faction-specific starts. So what that means is if you pick a background that your mercenary captain is from a Karita background, for example, that means your starting mech randomizer, your starting mech roll, will be more weighted in favor of mechs that are more common for Karita. So, as an example, they're as a faction, Karita are more likely to get a Panther, for example, than other factions because that's their mech. So there's stuff like that. So basically, you can pick Steiner, Liao, Karita, Marek, whatever, whichever one you pick will affect the weighting of the randomizer for your starting mechs, which is an awesome feature. You can still just pick Periphery General, which will keep it, same as it was before if you preferred it as was. But if you want a more specialized house biased, randomized start, you can do that now, which is awesome. So we're going to pick a house and we'll start a new campaign with that just to show you guys the new role and how that works. So it's pretty exciting stuff. Right, let's see. Anybody that I think doesn't deserve to play this match after their previous performance? I don't know. Ackley was a bit underwhelming, wasn't he? He is one of my best players, so maybe I'll leave him on anyhow. Okay, let's just stick with this and see if they pull their finger out. I'll just have a quick look at these trialees in case the trial's about to run out. But yeah, no, these guys are looking terrible. You can go. You can go. You can go. What about Duffy? No, also terrible. And Glean. He doesn't look too bad. Can you play as an inside forward though? Because that's a role I do use. He's passable. He's kind of passable at the inside forward role. What's his finishing? 7. Not that great, is it? Don't know. I might bring this guy in. We'll see. Let's get this game on the go first. Anyhow. Hello, Gecko. How you doing? You've literally just missed me explaining the good news about BattleTech Extended. I'm just going to leave it at that. Right. Right, and we're off. Yeah, you're going to have to wait, Gecko. I'll repeat myself again after this match. Egan with a good cross there. Failing to get a green and white shirt on the end of it, unfortunately. Catch is telling horrible lies. Okay. This is a tough game against a tough team. Everything to play for here because, as you can see in the table, whoever wins this match will take second place in the league. Either we will hold on to it with a draw or a win, or if we lose it, they will go above us. So, basically, we need to not lose. Morrison playing the ball forward to Simpson. Are they going to get an early goal here? Yes, they are. What is going on? Oh. It's going to be one of those sessions, isn't it? Start the game up and the team's just in a frame of mind to concede early goals. That's 2 games in a row. At least we managed to scrape the last match back to a draw, but yeah, this is worrying, concerning stuff. We are 1-0 down. Well, their managers managed to frustrate the team with some kind of feedback. Maybe we'll have an opportunity to pull one back. Right, Hinchcliffe probably taking a terrible free kick. Yep, just goes wide of the post. Not had much luck with the set pieces lately. Ackley's on a 6.3, so that's 2 matches in a row he's had a fairly concerning performance. At least in the first half. So yeah, we're a goal down and definitely behind on the stats, but neither team has racked up too many shots. Let's go aggressive. Yeah, aggressive bollockings all round. Get out there and play football. As you can see in the table, if the match holds as it is, Fylde will move above us and take second place from Blyth Spartans, which we don't really want, do we? So let's hope we can at least equalise, because that will allow us to hold on to our spot. Not going to happen if we let another goal in, though, is it? So that's a shaky start to the second half as well. I'm going to go for a demand more immediately. See what we can do with this. Mintus on the ball now to Egan. Egan to Ackley. Makepeace. And he makes something of it. Egan with space to cross. Cross comes into Hinchcliffe. It's a good header by the captain, Ben Hinchcliffe, scoring his 21st goal of the season. And that is 1-1. Just shortly after half-time, we're back in this game. And that will change the table and allow us to take second place once more. And a good cross there from the right wing-back. And a good finish from Hinchcliffe. Fantastic. Right. Still, that's not good enough, because I'd rather we get a win. But that will do for now. Go for another demand more. 60 minutes played. Plenty of time for either team to score. Ackley is on a 6.2. That continues for the next few minutes. Alright, I'm just going to pause a sec, because I'm going to... yeah, always press Dominic Thompson and Connor Simpson. Anyone else? No, we'll leave the rest the same. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Kai Ackley's performance, because he underperformed in the previous match as well. So I might have to take him off. We'll give it till the 69th minute, I think. See if he improves. Wall with a cross to Navarro. Navarro with the header. Goal number 16 for him, and goal number 2 of the game for Blyth. So we are in control of this match. All of a sudden, we have gone ahead. Still a massive gap between us and Leyton Orient in the table, unfortunately, but we are fighting for second place here. And there's everything to fight for, because finishing the league in second will give us a slightly better run of things in the playoffs. So we're better off fighting for this spot than giving up on it. Ackley to Wall. Good cross comes in by Wall, finding Navarro in the middle. Leaps above his marker and just about scores that with his head, which was great. Now we've just got to make sure for the next 20 minutes or so we don't concede. And it looks like Fylde have come alive, getting 2 free kicks there in fairly quick succession, and now a corner. Definitely threatening the Blyth goal. Thompson crosses it in. O'Connor on the edge of the box. Cleared upfield though. And we seem to have gotten that situation under control. Okay, so Ackley's still underperforming, so I'm going to take him off. Let's swap him for Makepeace. And then, yeah, Ackley for Naby. Once more. Anyone else really playing badly? No, everyone else is passable enough. So let's get Naby on the field. I wonder if Ackley's underperforming in the more defensive centre midfield role. Perhaps if I swap him and Makepeace around for the next match. I wonder if that'll improve things. We'll see. For now, though, Sami and Naby gets the nod, and he will see out the rest of this game. Egan, that was a poor clearance. O'Connor on the ball. Oh, man, that looked like it was in. The rebound saved by Thomas there. But that initial shot, that looked like it was going top right corner there. Somehow kept out of the net by Thomas. I actually looked up how to say this name. I wasn't sure if it was Magahi or Magahi, and it is in fact Magahi. That is how you pronounce that surname. So Harrison Magahi will pronounce correctly from here on in. '87th minute, 88th minute, 89th minute. It is almost full time. And we are just about holding on to our lead at the moment. 4 minutes of added time to be played. Almost 2 minutes of it gone already. And we're on an attack here. Mintus playing through, looking for Hinchcliffe, but well tackled there. But we're still in possession. Egan tries the cross, but it's well blocked there. Does, however, go out for a corner for Blyth, which Hunt will take. Sends it into the box. Unfortunately, nobody could get on the end of that, but Naby does pick it up and pump it straight back in. To no avail, though. Campbell is now on a counter. Defiled, but that comes to a swift end, and Hinchcliffe is offside. He's clearly offside, isn't he? Yeah, I thought he was through there. What club from the top 6 in the Premier League am I a fan of? Well, none really. Derby County is I'm from Derby. I was born in Derby, so Derby County, who obviously are in the Championship, is my main team. Blyth Spartans is the team I play at the low end. If I had to pick a Premiership side, I would probably say Liverpool. But I'm not really a supporter of any of the top 6 Premiership sides. And the reason I picked Liverpool is because it's close to where I spent a number of years growing up. Then again, I was kind of halfway between Manchester and Liverpool in terms of geography. Ah, Gooner, eh? So I suppose somebody has to be. Do you remember the days of the Invincibles then? Right, so we did manage to beat Fylde, and that is what we wanted out of that result. That's fantastic. So that was a tough game. Up next is our local rivals, Gateshead. So another game that really we need to win if we're going to keep the fans happy. You're from Russia. Oh, hello from Russia. Right, so yeah, Gecko, the news about Battletech Extended, it's very nearly ready to go live. Harry has finished all of his stuff on it. He's just waiting for Justin to sort a couple of bits out. Once Justin's done that, it's good to go. I've got an early, not quite finished version, so I've got the version without Justin's fixes installed now already. Obviously, I can't play it because I'm streaming Football Manager right now. But yes, the problem that was stopping the mods from working is now solved. So that's great news. And Battletech Extended will be available to you lot probably tonight. You'll be able to play it over the weekend, and I will be streaming it on Tuesday. We'll start a new campaign with the Urban Warfare DLC and with Battletech Extended 3025 up and running. Ah, your English seems fine. Catch says Doyle's English is also terrible. I'm so offended, Catch. How dare you? Right. Let's skip through all this crap. So Gateshead slight favourites. We are playing at their stadium, so not that surprising. But I'm hoping to smash them regardless. Cold Steel's a Tottenham Hotspurs supporter, are you? Ah, one of my best friends growing up was a Tottenham supporter. Right, he thinks we're overachieving, does he? Okay, yeah, let's go for that. We can keep this up. The Acquire Raven mission. Anybody ever do the other choices? What did Yang have other plans for it? Scoured the interwebs. Nobody had any knowledge. Yeah, because I think everybody is going to make the choice that results in us keeping the Raven, aren't they? I assume that is the only choice you want to make, is keep the Raven, and it'll probably be a long time until somebody does a playthrough where they risk not keeping the Raven to find out. So yeah, I imagine nobody's going to know the answer to that for a long time, Gecko. Yeah, you still picked it up, of course. I had no doubt. Everyone wants it, don't they? The new mech with the new mechanics to play with, for sure. But yeah, no, sorry, I don't know what the other options result in yet. Ah, yeah, that's an option, isn't it? I suppose Catch suggested you could save it, and then yeah, that's one option for those not playing Iron Man. Maybe you could be the first, Gecko, to drop the knowledge on the internet for everyone else about what the other results do. Right, okay, so obviously with the game being only 2 days after our last one, our team is absolutely shagged. So McGahey, Smith, Makepeace, and Ackley, and probably Hunt as well, are not fit enough to play this match. So we'll do a quick pick. Let's see who the assistant selects. So he's keeping Ackley in the side, even though he needs a rest. Is that wise? I'm not so sure. Oh man, this is a full-on change. Oh, that's why I brought in Coma. Yeah, because he can actually play as a false 9 as well. So I finally have a backup for Navarro. That was the whole reason for bringing him in. Yes, I remember now. Okay, let's sort this out. So I need a centre back. Let's stick Sweeney on the bench. I suppose I should keep Hinchcliffe on the bench because he is the captain and all that. Navarro. All right, let's get Little, and I need a midfielder. Who's that going to be? Who is that going to be? Maybe. Yeah, let's bring Des Prez onto the bench. He's not really played that much this season, unfortunately. He's been a little bit underwhelming. Right, so we've got Ackley, who almost certainly will require a substitution at some stage during this match. And he's been really underperforming. I'm not sure I really want to leave him on, to be honest. Might just stick Des Prez on. Get Sangari switched there. Might do that. And then Ackley. Do I really want Ackley on the bench? No, I think I want Hunt on the bench. At least Hunt is not in need of a rest. And he's a good player. Right, so that's what we're going to go with. It's not the strongest side I've ever put out. And it's a bit of a shame in light of the fact we're playing our rivals here. I'm kind of going to say I expect a draw or a loss out of this. Bearing in mind the lack in quality that I'm putting out in some positions. But it is what it is. Looks like they're playing a classic 4-4-2. Let's see if our 4-3-3 can beat them. Good to see you too, Cold Steel. I hope you're well today, mate. Yes, the midfielders don't look too comfortable with each other. Yeah, no. Nor does the defence. Nobody looks comfortable with each other in this lineup. That's why I'm a little bit worried about it. All right, Mellish with the cross. Burrows with the header. Saved by Thomas, though. That was an excellent save to deny that. That very, very easily could have been a goal. Instead, it results in a corner, which Burrows will take for Gateshead. Sangari looking to head away, but fails to get it far enough. Good tackle by him, though, to make up for his mistake. Saar now on the ball to O'Hare. And that looked like a blatant foul from Naby. And that'll be a free kick to Gateshead. Clearly was a bad one, since there's no highlight from it. Okay, Coma, Tafini, both of those are new signings fairly recently this season as well. Both attackers. Fallas picking the ball up at the back, playing it back to Thomas, keeping things nice and safe. Thomas back to Fallas and sent upfield with our classic long ball. Des Prez, the American, back in the side for the first time in quite a while, getting a touch in midfield there. Now Hall Johnson crosses into the box. Des Perez picks it up on the edge of the area. Sangare now just anchoring that midfield, keeping the move going. And unfortunately, Ben O'Hanlon just wasting possession there. He's only a one-star player. He's a very, very weak link in the side. And, of course, that mistake he made further up the field has resulted in a Gateshead attack and a Gateshead goal. So he's got a lot to answer for there. That was quite a big screw-up. Archer with a good run, getting the cross to Taylor, wide open and unmarked. Very good goal by Gateshead. Neil Taylor's 22nd goal of the season. And disappointing but not unexpected, I would say, considering the team I've put out so far for this match. It was a bad touch, that's right. Time to fire him. Yeah, I do actually have a better replacement for him, but he's out on international duty at the moment. So I can't use him because he's busy playing for Malta. Free kick by Hussey straight into the hands of Thomas. And yeah, not really looking good for us at the moment. Des Perez with a free kick though. Kuma with the header, saved by Foden, and then he just about manages to scramble it up. Sangare, Sangare, how did you miss from there? What was that? I can't believe that. He had a golden opportunity there and he heads it across the goal instead of into it. Oh, man. Des Perez looking a bit anxious. Let's go for a demand more. We're a goal down, 34 minutes played, so about 10 minutes remaining until half-time. I mean, my team tends to only really come alive in the second half at the moment on recent form, so I'm not really expecting anything before that half-time whistle. We can only hope that the inevitable half-time bollocking results in a better performance in the second half. So they are well and truly in control of this match at the moment on the stats. This is very disappointing. Right, give him the hairdryer treatment and send him out. Ears ringing. And let's see if the second half is any better. O'Hanlon, the man that made the mistake that resulted in the goal, he's definitely in the bad books at the moment. He's on 6.3. Although he's not the worst. Aimson is playing a 6.1. Very, very disturbing. My defenders are doing so badly right now in terms of their performance. But we have a corner here, which Sangare will take. And, well defended, but it comes back out to him. Played to Aimson. Aimson to Naby. Naby to Des Perez. Oh, that was an opportunity there. That was a big waste because he had a clear shot on goal and he's put it wide. Needs to do better. And there is a reason why Des Perez has been left out of the team so often this season. He's just not delivering the goods. We were second in the league, Cole Still. I'm not sure if we're still there, if this result stands. We'll have a look in a second. Kefales picking up a yellow card. But we are still way behind on the stats here. I wonder about going all-out attack. No, it's a bit too early for all-out attack, I think. Right, hold on, let me just pause up. So, yeah, we're second in the table at the moment. Just about holding on ahead of Fylde, so they must be losing their game as well right now, which is good news for us. But Leyton Orient are just pulling away from the pack. 90 points, and we're second on 76. There's no catching them at this stage of the season. They have almost certainly won the league. But here we go. Sangare with a free kick. Smashed it over the bar. No, we're pretty late on. Season is almost over. We're pretty close to the end, but it looks like we're definitely on for playoffs, I'd say. We'll see if we make it all the way to Wembley again, and obviously we can hope for third time lucky in a Wembley playoff final and see if we can actually win it this time and go up. Taylor running through, gets the shot off. Thomas saves it though. And Gateshead are definitely looking more likely to score a second than we are to score an equaliser. Only with the corner kick there, resulting in a save from Thomas. And that will be the end of that. All right, let's demand more. Let's just have a pause. Oh, man, who to take off? I'm going to make some substitutions now because clearly things are not working out. O'Hanlon's got to come off for a start. He's just not delivering. I think I'm going to take off Aimson as well. Let's get Sweeney on. And one more substitution I could make, but I think I'm going to sit on that since there's quite a lot of game left to play. And you never know, we might get an injury, and I'd hate to have to play with 10 men if we do pick up an injury. This is why I don't like using all 3 substitutions. Coney with a free kick for Gateshead. Follis heads away. Sweeney hacks it up the field. And as far as the halfway line, and Hussey sends it straight back. Barnes with the shot, saved by Thomas. And yeah, this is not good enough, boys. These are our local rivals, and we're on TV as well. That's the worst of it. Everyone's mum's probably watching, and they're underperforming. Little sending the ball up the field. Desprez picking it up. Now Comer. We've got a chance here. Hall Johnson's in the box, takes a shot himself, but it's straight at the keeper, and that goes out for a corner. Sangare going to take it. Fallas went to claim that, but that's come to nothing. We are under 10 minutes of normal time remaining at this point, and yeah, I think it's time. It's time. We're going very attacking. As soon as I can do a shout, we'll go for press, push forward. I'm not sure if I'll actually get another shout opportunity before the final whistle at this rate. Yeah, we're in the final minute, but there will be 3 minutes of added time to play. Right, now we can go for a push forward shout. Comer. Oh, come on. We've got to do better than that. We've got to do better than that. It's just not enough. Sangare playing a 6.2. Disappointing. There's no point making a substitution now. Less than 3 minutes to go. Oh, Little's picked up an injury. Going to have to keep him on, though. It's only an orange, and I haven't got a replacement for him. Hopefully, it shouldn't be too significant, though. And he is only a backup player after all. Our corners are still crap cold still, yeah. They've gotten slightly better. We have actually scored a bunch this season off corners, but we're still not great at it. Well, we'll have a look at the stats in a bit, because I think last time I looked at it, we'd actually scored more goals from corners than any other team in the division. So it's just pretty infrequent all the same, even if we are scoring more than the others. But we've definitely improved the corner taking routine, so that's improved. Just the the players still suck, and that's full time. We've lost 1-0 against Gateshead away. They were slight favourites, and I did say we were probably going to lose either to Fylde or Gateshead, so at least I was correct in that prediction. But it doesn't feel good to be right when a loss is involved, and that is definitely disappointing. We'll tell the lads. But we have what looks to be a good recovery game coming up against Harrogate. We have also retained second place. It looks like Fylde have lost their match too, so that's not so bad. Yeah, what? No, actually Fylde won. Oh, because we beat Fylde, didn't we? Yeah, so they've reclosed the gap to 1 point. Sorry, I've caught up with what's going on here. So, yeah, actually, that's not great, is it? So they're breathing down on X. So are Hartlepool, really. Only 2 points behind us. Either of these teams could go ahead of us if we slip up. So we can't really afford any more slip-ups for the rest of the season. No pressure, boys. Let's have a look how this looks. We've got Harrogate, Solihull. Yeovil will be a tough game. They're also in the playoffs. Barrow seem to be a bogey team for us at times, but they are down in 21st at the minute, so hopefully not this season. Havant and Waterlooville They've only just come up this season, so hopefully we can smash them. And then Grimsby, also relegation zone. So we've got a fairly easy run in for the end of the season. The toughest game is Yeovil. Yeah, I think that gives us a good chance of retaining second place. We'll have to wait and see. But let's have a look at the team stats. Because where's the goals from corners? There you go. Okay, we've been overtaken. So Stevenage are on 11 now. They've gone past us, and Fylde have tied with us. But yeah, last I looked, we were top of this table with 9. So we have actually improved our corner taking. It's pretty damn good to be in second place for goals scored from corners. Not too bad at all, is it? However, it could always be better. I think, if we sign some players that have got a little bit better set piece ability, we could be getting some extra goals out of that each season. As you can see in goals scored, we're only just behind league leaders Leyton Orient, so we're doing well there. We are, as usual, top of the foul table, though, because of the get stuck in command, but it is what it is. The trade-off, as you see, is being second for tackles won. So although we do make a fair number of fouls, we also win a lot of tackles as a consequence of the get stuck in. And shots on target, we're only third for that. Could be better. Could definitely be better. We've had too many games where we're getting loads of shots and just smashing loads of them wide. So there's not much I can do really about that. The strikers, I've got 3 strikers now in the side, I think, with finishing 14, which is really, really good for Vanarama national level. I'd accept a striker with finishing 14 in the championship. So, they've got the accuracy. They're just lacking in other areas, perhaps composure, perhaps it's something else. I don't know. But, yeah. Shots on target ratio, though, I mean, we're apparently top for that at 52%, but I'd still say it's not good enough. It's damn well not good enough. But yeah, I mean, so on paper, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty strong. Right, so Michael Liddell has got a gashed lower leg. He's going to be out for 12 to 15 days. That's actually quite a while. Never mind. Let's hope. I think it's Bierman. Let's hope he comes back from his international games soon. Feeney makes his debut. Right, let's have a look. When is Bierman back? Is that his name? It is Bierman. I was starting to doubt myself there. Yeah, so we just signed him this season, Miles Bierman. He's a Maltese international, 62 caps. Good experience for a 25-year-old, but Malta are a shockingly bad international side on account of being a very small country. I think they're actually the oldest official country in Europe, possibly. Am I thinking of the right place? I think it's them. Somebody Google that if you're that interested. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so he's out on international duty until the 27th. So he comes back tomorrow. Okay, so Michael Liddell's injury is now not really that concerning because we're going to have Bierman back, which is good. Any possible signings? We have made a whole bunch of signings. I think you just missed the beginning, didn't you, Cold Steel? So we've brought in 2 new strikers, actually. We've got Kieran Feeney and we've got Connor Comer. Both of these are pretty decent and importantly can play, for Comer at least, he can play as a false 9. And before signing him, I only had Luca Navarro that can actually play that role. And since I'm using it, I needed another player for that. And Comer is the man for the job. So at least Navarro can have a rest every now and then. The poor man had been playing almost every game since I switched back to the 4-3-3. And as I was saying at the start, the 4-3-3 definitely seems to have been the stronger of the formations, at least at this level of football. But I'm looking forward to being able to switch up to the other one that I was trialing at the start of the season. Because I've had success with that in higher divisions and I really like how it plays, but at this low level it might just be that I'm lacking the right players for it or just not quite enough quality, but they're not quite pulling this off at the moment. And it wasn't that I was losing games, it was that I was just drawing too many. So if you see at the start of the season where I was using that, we won the friendlies, but then we started the season draw, 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 draw. Then we got a loss. Then we got a win, a loss, a win, and I can't remember exactly where it is that I switched things up. It will be when Dion Charles stops appearing in the side. There it is. So this game against Chester, I think, is when I finally decided it's time to go back to the 4-3-3. So, I mean, all in all, we only lost 2 of the games, but we drew 5 of them and won 3. So that wasn't quite good enough for me, not when we're trying to gun for promotion. So it just seemed the right thing to do to switch back to the formation that got us into the playoffs last season, with the hope that it will get us there again this season. And it does seem to be on course for that. Right, transfer deadline day. We're actually going to decline that because we've done as many transfers as I can really realistically get away with. We're currently just about spending under our wage budget. I don't want to put more pressure on our finances at the moment because once upon a time we had almost £1 million in the bank after a couple of seasons of good FA Cup runs. This season that's diminished somewhat down to almost 200k, and it will probably dip below that before the end of the season for sure. So we've got to think about the future and not blow too much of our cash. Do I notice much of a drop-off in defensive coverage when I have 3 strikers versus a forward and 2 wingers inside forwards? Yeah, to be fair, yeah. And I think that's to be expected. Definitely. I mean, if you go back to the formation that I was playing that got us promoted out of the Vanarama North with the 3 central defenders and the 2 wing backs, I find that concedes less goals. And I think that I'm complaining about conceding goals in the first half at the moment using this 4-3-3, and I think that's just an inevitability that you're going to concede more when you've got more players pushed higher up the field. But the difference is that these guys won't backtrack as much in the wing areas, so you're a bit weaker in the wide areas of the field compared to when you've got this kind of setup. These guys are a little bit deeper, and you can forge partnerships between your wing backs and your inside forwards, whereas like this, your wing backs don't forge a relationship with the strikers. They just forge one between themselves. So it works a little bit differently. But yeah, you're definitely weaker at the back. But that's why I've got this central midfielder on defensive duty to try to add a little bit of an extra player to the defensive duties, because I normally like 5 players in total to be responsible for defense. So if you look at this formation as an example, really we've got, I know it looks a little bit weak at the back because I've just got the 2 central defenders and I've got 2 pushed up wing backs and a deep line playmaker in the defensive midfielder position, but that still totals 5 players responsible for keeping things tight at the back. And then this should be the old classic. Yeah, this is my old formation that I really love. And again, you've got the 5 total keeping things tight enough at the back. But yeah, it's just a trade-off really. And what I'd say is it comes down to where you think the strength in your team is. If the strength of your team is in your attacking players, then play a more attacking formation and you will probably do better for it. But the risk of that is always you're going to leak some goals. But then again, if you play too defensively, too tight at the back, you're going to struggle to score goals, and you can't win games without scoring goals. So that's why I tend to favour a more attacking style in general, personally, rather than being too defensive. And that's why I love the wing backs, because like wing backs, as I think I've said before in previous seasons, for me, wing backs are a really important role in modern football. They obviously have defensive duties, but also they attack as well. So while this formation looks quite defensive because it's 5 at the back, when you're on the attack, these guys are pushed right up into these areas, and so you actually end up with 5 on the attack as well. Obviously, you've got your midfielders will come up and support a bit, but you've got your 2 forwards and your attacking midfielder up there, and then your wing backs as well, totaling 5. So I find this personally, for my taste, my opinion of football in formations, I really like this one because of its extra numbers in the defense and in the attack. But it means you need really good, really fit wing backs because they got to do a lot of running all game, up and down, up and down, up and down. So if you haven't got good enough players in these roles, it can come unstuck a bit. But that's how I like it. And the other thing is with the 3 central defenders, obviously that's good at keeping things under control at the back. It's good in terms of when you're defending corners that you've actually got, rather than just 2 centre backs that are tall players good at jumping and good at heading the ball, you've got 3. So you've got an extra player that's going to have an advantage over the attacking players for defending corners, but also when it comes to attacking corners as well, because you can send these 3 guys up into the box. As you know, like central defenders tend to be tall, they tend to be good at jumping, they tend to be good at heading. Although this guy's a bad example, he's only 5'10". But yeah, here we go. 6'2". This guy's more classic. Jumping reach, heading, height 6'2". So when you're attacking, you've got more people you can throw forward to win headers in the opponent's box and possibly get more goals that way. And the 2 players that will sit back are usually my shorties, which will be the wing backs. They're not usually known for being particularly big guys. So they'll sit back at the halfway line and you can push up these central defenders. So this is why I love that formation so much, but we're not using it at the moment because we played it a lot and we're just doing something different, aren't we, really, to keep things changed up and not getting too stale. But yeah, that's a very long-winded answer to your question, I know, but I thought it was worth going into. Right, so here's how we're looking. Yeah, Bierman's back, but it's recommended I only play him for 45 minutes. Ew, he must be recovering from an injury he picked up in the international game. That's not great, is it? Okay, and this is what's recommended up front. Let's sort out the subs bench first of all. Need Wall. Yep, let's get him in. Wall's almost fit enough to play, really. I suppose I can swap him at half time for Bierman. Right, I need a right back. Let's get Egan. Why is Egan not on? Oh, screw this. I'm bringing Egan on. Oh, actually. On current form. Yeah, no. Egan's playing. Egan's current form is slightly better. Right, so Makepeace can stay on the bench there. I'm fine with that. And Feeney is on the bench. Oh, he's actually improving. I don't know if I want to play this new guy Coma or if I want to bring Mintus on. How's Mintus been doing? I've gone from not having enough strikers to being spoilt for choice, so now it's tough to make the decisions. I want Mintus on. I want Mintus on because it's his acceleration, like just like getting those opportunities for him to burst away from his marker. That acceleration 15 is really high for this level of the game. So yeah, I want him on. We're gonna give him the nod. Plus, these guys have built up quite a reasonable partnership there. Right, Aimson was really disappointing in that last game, playing a 6.1, wasn't he? And I had to sub him off, so I'm not sure I want him on the field at all. Let's see. Is Smith my captain? I can't actually remember who my captain is, but I think it might be Smith. Let's get him on. Yeah, let's go with that. That will do me for now, I think. It says I should play Kefalos, but McGahey is actually better and is fit enough to play. So I'm going to put him on as well. So really, I've mostly disregarded the selection of my assistant manager. Brilliant. Actually, hold on. I might be disregarding it even more because I think I'll put Naby on the bench and bring Makepeace on. Now, I was talking about switching things around a bit in the midfield because Ackley was underperforming in the more defensive role. So let's try Makepeace there instead. Just checking what their foot preferences are. All right, that'll do then. Let's see if Ackley does better if I switch him around with the Makepeace. We've still got Naby on the bench. All right, let's go with that. That's enough messing about. Catch says, got you, very helpful, thanks. I also like 5 in defence and I play wing backs as well, but I might play around with some different stuff. Yeah, it's definitely worth experimenting. That's a lot of the fun with the game, I think. It's like trying different formations and seeing what works well for your team. Really, like the best thing to do is just see what your players are best suited to, and then pick a formation that suits the players you've got. And then over time, you can start forming the team into the kind of shape you want by bringing in new signings. But initially, you usually do better by just looking at what formation best fits the players you've already got. I'm sure plenty of people have given that advice out on Football Manager, but it's true. I'm quite stubborn, and I like bucking that trend and going, well, I want to play this formation. I'm going to see if in season 1 I can just sign enough of the right kind of players to pull it off. And yeah, usually I can get away with it. Oh, I thought we were going to concede an early goal there. Harrogate is a team we should be hammering. Look where they are. They're down in 20th, just outside of the relegation zone. And already in this first half, we're 4 minutes in, and I feel like they're the stronger team. Don't like the look of this. Let's go for a demand more very early on. Yes, so... oh, hold on a sec. Mintus with the cross. Oh, that ended up being more of a shot than a cross in the end. Forced a save from Chippendale. And that will be a corner. Bierman to take. And saved there by Chippendale. So what that was showing is that Bierman's not that comfortable with that role. He's actually more suited in my other formation, which is what I signed him for, where the wing-backs are pushed up a little bit more forward. Mintus with the shot, and it's a fantastic effort. It's in the bottom left corner. And we are up by 1-0 already. Darnell Mintus, the Jamaican, scoring his 12th goal of the season and celebrating in style. So Bierman, although he's not that comfortable with that role, providing the ball that resulted in the goal all the same. The international's experience definitely showing there. So he prefers being pushed a little bit further up the field, which suits my other formation that I started the season with, which is why I signed him. But because I've dropped back to this one, I've been playing other players. Oh, Smith with a shot, but saved by Thomas. I've been playing like Luke Wall instead, who's more comfortable with the full-back position that this formation uses. But at the moment, Bierman's just come back from internationals and we're giving him a game. All right. What? Lapsley with a goal out of absolutely nowhere. I blink and you miss that. Let's see that again. Gravenberch playing the ball to Lapsley, and there's the shot. Bang, and it's in. I don't know how Thomas failed to save that, but fantastic effort from that range. And Harrogate have equalised out of nowhere. But we do have a throw-in deep in their half. That seems to have been mostly screwed up. And Harrogate are now in possession on the counter. Cairns taking the ball up, and goal scorer Lapsley now in possession. Somebody needs to close him down more. In comes the cross. I'm just going to pause that. There's no advice. Thomas saves once, he saves twice, and the defenders stop the third attempt, but that will be a corner now for Harrogate. We're going to go for a demand more because, quite frankly, that was terrible. Lynch is going to get to that ball first, but Egan hacks him down like an absolute beast. And the ref was not happy about that, but it looks like he got away with it. He didn't get a yellow, so we'll take that. McGahee's now got a yellow, though. Right. It looks like... Oh, there we go. Finally, Lapsley needs to be closed down. I agree. Oh, we're on the counter here. Mintus to Hinchcliffe. What can Hinchcliffe do with this? Can the captain lead by example? Put a good cross in. In it comes to Hunt, and he buries it. It's 2-1. Alex Hunt, the midfielder, scoring his 9th goal of the season. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm very glad I managed to sign him to the club after he spent a season here on loan. I'm very happy to make him a permanent addition to the team, and he's certainly rewarding his signing by scoring a decent number of goals for a midfielder so far this season. So, good stuff. Let's praise the lads for that. Alex Cairns picks up a bad injury for Harrogate. So, who's come on in his place? Kleblo? Oh my God, how do you say this? Clewlow? Clulo? Let's go with that. Right, McGahey will tell to ease off tackles since he's on a yellow. Dimmond with a free kick for Harrogate, sent over the bar. Nothing too threatening there. Goal after goal, says Gecko. Yeah, it seems to be at the moment. Let's hope that there's not a goal after our goal for Harrogate, though. I don't want to see him equalise again. It looks like they're on the attack here, though. King got space to put a cross in. In it comes. Christy Davies in space. And there we go. Goal after goal after goal. It's now 2-2. And Harrogate managed to equalise thanks to Christy Davies. And that's his first goal of the season. So he doesn't score often, but when he does, it's a very irritating equaliser against my team. Great. He's almost got through an entire season without scoring. And he scores now. I put that down to poor marking by my defenders, as usual. Should have had someone on him. It's not good enough, lads. Not good enough. Okay, we got a throw in though. Egan to take. Mintus receives. Makepeace picking up that rebound. Now Ackerley in the middle. Turns, gives it to Hunt. Mintus picks it up in the box and bangs it in. Mintus with his 13th goal of the season and second of this match. He's now bagged himself a brace. And not the best little bit of play we've ever done, but good enough. And thanks to that tackle by Wilson, the ball fell loose to Mintus. Really, Hunt should have snapped off that shot quicker, and perhaps he might have scored, but he let himself get tackled. But luckily for us, the tackle sent the ball right into the path of our classy Jamaican striker. Right, let's make that change. Always press. Hold on. I wasn't ready. Right, let's go for the morale boost. Oh, we also need to take Miles Bierman off at this point, because he's only recommended to play 45 minutes. Let's bring Luke Wall on. There we go. See, he's a little bit more suited to the role. And now what? Oh, I was on analysis. So okay, don't do anything there for now. Let's go for the morale boost. 2-2. Come on, lads, we should be beating this team. The sun is shining at Croft Park. That is a rare occurrence in this second half. Let's take that advice now that I can actually do it. Right, let's go back. Hinchcliffe sending the ball forward. Egan in acres of space here. Can he get a cross in? He can. Navarro on the end of it, but he puts it over the bar. Oh, Navarro, you should have buried that, mate. We're winning 3-2 though, so we are ahead. For some reason, I thought it was still a draw. I've forgotten something somewhere. Right, yeah, of course, Darnell Mintus scoring the goal that put us ahead. Egan now with a throw to Mintus. Back to Egan. Can we get a good cross in? No, not this time. And the ball is looking like it's going to be cleared away safely for Harrogate. And there it is. Lynch sends it upfield, looking for Smith. He's got the pace to get there. Puts a cross in, but there's nobody there for miles for Harrogate, and that was a wasted opportunity for them. Not that I'm going to complain about that. Lynch now picking the ball up in midfield again. The goal scorer for Harrogate. First goal they scored, Lapsley, with that absolute scorcher from midfield. Switch and play up to their left wing, but it all falls apart for them, and suddenly Hinchcliffe is through on goal for us, and it's a goal! 4-2 is now the score, and Ben Hinchcliffe, the captain, scoring his 22nd goal of the season, assist by Darnell Mintus. So not only has Mintus scored twice, but he's also assisting. He's having a fantastic game, possibly on for man of the match at this rate. And this is an absolute goal fest at this point. Mintus again, Egan now. Cross to Hinchcliffe, off his head. Oh, just about kept out by Chippendale and hacked away. But it looks like, oh, well, apparently that throw-in came to nothing. I thought we were going to have a throw-in highlight, but nothing. Doesn't matter, we're winning. We're 2 goals up. That's the important thing. Mintus again, he's involved in everything at the moment. He's playing an 8.8, doing well. Dimond is going to get there before Navarro. Oh, that's a terrible error! Oh, Navarro, you've got to do better than that, mate. You've got to do better than that. That was an absolute gift. They put it on a silver plate for us, and Navarro just wasted that. Hunt now. Can't get his shot through. And yeah, it was a poor cross there, just going straight out for a goal kick. Not sure why that was a highlight. Nothing really good about that. Yes, we are looking like a promotion-worthy team in this game for sure. 79 points will be on after this. Hartlepool will go ahead of Fylde if the results stand as they are. And there will still be 2 points behind us. But things are still pretty tight in the league table. I think how many games to go? Is it 7 games left? I think it's 48 total in this division. I forget now. Mintus picking up from another mistake from that same man. I think that's Lynch, has made 2 horrible errors for Harrogate. Again, though, we failed to capitalise and didn't score. Ackley, maybe he can. Oh, yes, he can. Only his 2nd goal of the season, but what a goal it was. And that is number 5 for Blyth. 5-2 is the score. Harrogate are well and truly beaten down in this match. With only 7 minutes to play, there is no chance of them coming back at this stage. This one is in the bag. And that was a good shot there by Ackley. Well played. Let's go for some praise. Could be Cold Steel, could be. Oh dear, I should have subbed Hunt off. He's a little bit too tired, but we're almost into added time now, so it hardly seems worth it. Egan with a cross to Hinchcliffe. Oh, I thought that was going to be goal number 6. Not a bad header. Forced to save from the keeper at least. And it's all over. 5-2. Full time here at Croft Park. And what a game that was. 16 shots, 12 on target this time. Definitely a much better shots on target ratio coming out of this game. But, I mean, I think goal of the game has got to go to George Lapsley, though. What an absolute screamer he scored. Just out of nothing from far out. But wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. His team lost at the end of the day. And Darnell Mintus, I reckon, should be getting man of the match for that. Let's have a look. Yes, in fact, he did. There it is. Darnell Mintus, definitely thoroughly deserved. 2 goals and an assist, playing a 9.1. And yeah, we almost didn't play him. I'm glad I switched him in because, like I keep saying, he's got just the right stats for what I need from him in this strategy, and he's definitely rewarded his place in the team with some fine form and a couple of goals. Right, so we are still holding on to second place. Let's just double check how many games we've got left at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, only 5 games remaining, not 7. So yeah, we're into the home stretch now. Solihull Moors away will be our next match. And yeah, definitely give Darnell some praise for that. Absolutely wonderful performance from him. Let's hope there's more of that. Give Ackley some praise too, because he's actually picked his form up after a couple of games of pretty shoddy form. Actually did well in that last one, and he scored a goal as well. And it looks like he's training nicely too. Best training performance of the week. So definitely give him some encouragement. I'm worried because what's going through my head is that this formation gets us to a Wembley final. I think 2 seasons in a row we've used it in the Wembley final, and we've ended up losing that final. And I'm thinking, should I stick with this formation to get to the final and then switch to a different one and maybe try and catch our opponents out? Or should I just stick with this again for the final and trust in the fact that I've now signed some better players and we're a little bit better a team, and that might be enough to carry us through? It's a tough call. We're not there yet, obviously, but it's definitely a decision I'm going to have to make. And with that in mind, do I need to be training up one of my other formations a bit more so they're more comfortable with it? I don't know. Really don't know. Oh, Dan Maguire's decided he doesn't want to leave anymore. Good man. He needs to retire at this club. He's a legend. So, what's the strength of Solihull Moors? Oh, they're good in the air, so yeah, and strong communicators. Yeah, we're probably not going to be scoring off any corners against him then. Seems like he's good at that. They're not great at crossing or dribbling, apparently. That's their weakness. Good. So hopefully they'll struggle to provide good goal scoring opportunities. It's an away match, so it's going to be more difficult than if we were playing at home, but it's a match I would hope to win. And yeah, Yeovil Town, that game, I'm a little bit more worried about. They're a tough team for us. Okay, so Solihull are slight favourites. Oh, here we go. We've got expiring contracts in 3 months. I don't know. I don't know who I want to keep out of these guys. I'm going to leave it because I don't like doing contract signings on stream because I think it's boring as hell to watch. So if I can get away with leaving that and just do it at the last minute, do run the risk of some of the players getting annoyed that I've not renewed their contracts early and deciding to not sign one, but none of them are standout amazing players, so it's not the end of the world if I lose 1 or 2 of them. Right. Oh, we got second for Manager of the Month, just behind Mark Neville of Cambridge. His win ratio was 85%. Ours was 71. Yeah, it's on account of those draws, unfortunately. Oh, in fact, didn't we lose one as well? Yeah, we lost to Gateshead, damn it. Yeah. So we drew with Maidstone and lost to Gateshead. Cold Seal said, I would stick with the program as is until you have to change it. We see that's the thing though, because I've done that previous seasons, and then we get to the Wembley final and we just fall apart, don't we? And the formation's done so well for us all season, and then we get to that final and just play like Muppets. And I'm already anticipating the same again. Like if it's happened 2 seasons in a row, it's probably going to happen for a third, isn't it? That's what's got me worried. Like, do I need to switch it up when it comes to it? Oh, here we go. Everyone's needing a rest. Oh, I hate this tight schedule. So after this match is done, things ease up. Yeah, after this, the last 4 games are all Saturday games. So this is the last time we're going to have to worry about playing with an exhausted team. Probably is. I really struggle to win when I have to put all my reserves in. Okay. I'm glad I've got more strikers now, though, because that's given me a lot more flexibility up front. Why is Nexus playing there? That's madness. Do that. There you go. See? Instant improvement. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it much better than it is, so let's sort out the subs. Hinchcliffe needs a rest. Let's put Lang on the bench then. And... oh, actually, no, let's have Sweeney on the bench. I need a midfielder. Am I out of midfielders? No, we've still got Des Prez and Green. Let's get Des Prez in. I think that'll do. Navarro on the bench. Yeah, that'll do. That's all right. Let's go with that. Skeptical that we can actually win with this setup, but the best we can put out in light of how tired everyone is. All right, let's see what happens. So we're off away against Solihull Moors. And immediately trying to build an attack from the back. Comes to nothing. And it looks like Solihull are well and truly in control of the possession. Let's go for a demand more. Johnson. To Gillella. Now Taylor. Ramsey in space. Little pass to Thomas Asante, and he whips the shot off. Thomas saves and manages to keep it from going out for a corner as well. He did well. But first highlight of the match going to Solihull. Not a great sign for us. Let's see if we can get the next. We'll keep demanding more. Thomas with a goal kick. No, doesn't look like we're winning that midfield battle. And Solihull have another attack here. Ooh, class with the shot there from outside the box. Luckily it was very wayward. Okay. They're kind of all over us at the moment, aren't they? We haven't had any highlights. We have had some shots. Obviously none of them were worthy of note. But all the highlights are going Solihull's way. At the moment, I'm not liking the look of this. Not one bit. Oh, good tackle there by Nexus. Well in, son. Get it on the field. Darnell Mintus. Can he put a cross in? Finds Feeney. Feeney. Oh. tries the tap in, but good save by Desbois, their goalkeeper. That's unfortunate. That was pretty much our only good opportunity of the half, though. It's still 0-0 at half time, but we are not looking very convincing. That half time team talk didn't look convincing either. Never mind. Nexus is only playing a 6.3 and he's on a yellow card. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Oh, good tackle there. Unfortunate. Oh, yes, we are away. Darnell Mintus. He's got a man to his left. Comer. Oh, Comer. You need to put it on target, mate. Puts it wide of the post, and that's another seemingly rare opportunity for us this match. Squandered. We can't afford to be wasting too many more. Although we do look like we're more alive in this second half. As usual, we seem to wake up in the second half. Mintus. Oh, just wide of the post there. We're getting close, but we're not putting them on target. And you're not going to score that way. Corner saved by Desbois. And he kicks it upfield. Paul Johnson heads. Sangare wins the ball in midfield. Sent up to Feeney now. He's got Comer. Take a shot, Comer. Oh, he puts it straight at the keeper. That is out for a corner. Let's see if we can get anything out of this. Bierman takes it. Headed away and cleared by Plas. Paul Johnson chasing that ball now. Probably going to play it back to the keeper. Oh, we don't get to see. How are we looking? Ameson's having a bad game. Let's go for a demand more. It's still 0-0. About 20 minutes of normal time left to play. Bierman with the free kick there over the bar. It's becoming a regular feature of our free kicks. Smashing it over the bar. Right. Okay. It's time for a change, I think. I'm a little bit concerned by this 6.4 performance of Aimson. It makes me feel like he's only minutes away from a mistake that could result in a goal for Solihull, and we wouldn't want to go out like that. So I'm actually going to take him off and put Sweeney on at this stage. Anyone else that can inject some life into this? We've got Navarro on the bench, and since Comer is only playing 6.4, I reckon we'll bring Luca Navarro on. And let's see if this gives us the spark that we require. Feeney to Bierman. Navarro, here he is with a shot. Almost immediately after coming onto the field. Winning a corner for Blyth. One that Navarro will take, apparently. Sends it in towards Sweeney, and Sweeney's pushed down by Ramsey. And the ref gives a penalty. Come on. Come on, please score this. Navarro will take it, and he smashes it in. No hesitation. And that is goal number 17 for him this season. And I'm very glad I brought him on now. Very glad. He took the corner that resulted in the penalty, and he buried the penalty. And there we are, 1-0 up finally, with 10 minutes of this match to go. Very important, keeping us 2 points ahead of Hartlepool. Navarro now! Oh, saved by Desbois this time. But that does win us yet another corner. Is that Bierman going to take this one? Yes, it is. In it comes, headed away. But Sangari's going to get to that ball first. He seems to have nowhere to go with it, so he's sending it all the way back to Thomas. Okay, 5 minutes of normal time. Paul Johnson taking the ball upfield, switching play up to the left, where Bierman is. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, but that was a failed cross. And Oh, excuse me. Solihull with the counter-attack. Thomas Asante getting the shot off, but failing to find the target. Graham to Thomas Asante. Need to shut this down. Don't let him equalise at this stage. Navarro will reach that first. There he goes. He's taking it upfield. Good run here. He's got men supporting. Feeney's there in the box. A little bit of a loss of momentum, but we still managed to get a corner out of it. I think Feeney just kind of froze once he had the ball. He didn't seem to know what to do with it. Navarro's corner. Milovanovic heads away, and now Solihull are on the counter. Paul Johnson just managing to take the ball away from the attacker there, though. We only have 2 more minutes of added time to survive. Taylor. And Ramsey puts it into the box. He looks desperate to try for an equaliser, and there it is! Connor Hall in added time. Less than a minute and a half until the full-time whistle, and Solihull get the equaliser. And there's the final whistle. I mean, stats-wise, to be fair, they probably deserved it, but that is devastating so late on in the game. 92nd minute. And Solihull managed to pull back a 1-1 draw. Let's see how the table looks after that. Yeah, that was disappointing, lads. What the hell. Unfortunate, but like I said, that's the last time we have to play with backup players in the first team, because we should have enough time to recover between each game now, at least for the rest of the league games. And yeah, that has lost us second place to Hartlepool. And now we are just basically under pressure that we've got to win all of our remaining games and hope that Hartlepool mess up. They've got to lose a game out of these last 4 fixtures for us to go ahead, because their goal difference is too far ahead of ours. We're not going to close that gap. Well, bad news for us right at the close of the season, and we were denied by that late goal. Leyton Orient have won the league title. No surprise. They have had a huge lead for quite some time in the league. 93 points with 4 games to go. A very convincing win and a well-deserved promotion for Leyton Orient. And for those of you that are Battletech people, you know Harry by now, who makes Battletech Extended 3025. Leyton Orient is his team. That's who he supports in real life. So, yeah, I'm sure he'll be pleased with that. They did, in fact, also get promoted in real life as well. Leyton Orient have had a good season, both in-game and in real life. Right. Well, what can you say about that? That is just how football goes sometimes. You win some, you lose some, you also draw some. And that's what happened. Right. On to the next game. And Hunt and Hinchcliffe making team of the week. Good news. Well done, those guys. But yeah, this is the toughest game I've got remaining, Yeovil. We are at home, so that's good. But that's going to be a rough fixture. They also play a 4-3-3. See who's got the better 4-3-3. Yeah, after them, I think pretty plain sailing, as I said before. Barrow, Havant and Waterlooville and Grimsby should all be games we can win, even though 2 of those teams were playing away. But man, the table is tight. We could very easily slip further down if we lose a couple of games and Ebbsfleet or Fylde win. We could see ourselves further down the table. We've already lost out on the prime position for the playoffs. We want to try to retake it. We'll be throwing everything we can at the last remaining 4 matches. We like I said, we just can't afford to lose. Can't afford to draw either. We've got to win every single one of these 4 last fixtures. Now we're at this point. And we've been on such a good run as well. Like, you know, it's not like we're doing badly. Like, ever since January, just really good final third of the season. But we've just got to cling on that little bit longer. Claw our way back into second place just to give ourselves the best opportunity of winning promotion. And man, after 2 seasons of Wembley finals and being denied promotion in the final, we're hungry for League Two football. Very, very hungry for it. Finally, we'll be able to turn our club full time as well. Because I don't know if you're aware, but we're still currently a part-time team with part-time players, and the difference going full-time can make to your fitness levels is pretty significant. All right, so we do have the edge against Yeovil. That's good. Blyth set a record for number of draws. Not really a record you want. We've drawn 14 matches this season. And the existing record is 16. Well, let's hope we don't break that, because I want wins for the remainder of this. Navarro is going to face his former club. We did, of course, sign in from Yeovil Town. They clearly weren't giving him enough football. He's certainly getting enough for us. Alan Fleming, who are you? No, not really interested in scouting you anymore. Give Minter some praise. Jarrett Rivers. Unfortunately, he's been left out a lot since I've had to switch back to the 4-3-3. He's only a reserve inside forward anyway, because he's more suited to playing as a winger. But I just found playing that formation with wingers, I wasn't getting enough shots on goal. And once I switched the 2 wide players to inside forwards, that transformed and things started working out better. So Jarrett Rivers finds himself as a reserve because he's not quite suited to inside forward, really. He's more of a winger. All right, bring it on, Yeovil. We should have a team fit and ready for this. Let's switch those around. And why is it still? He still insists on trying to put Naby in that role over and over and over. Sorry, but I prefer Egan. Who do I want on the bench? Yep, Bierman will do. And Mintus. I want Mintus on the field, really. It's suggesting I go with this, but again, like, I feel if I take the recommendation, I'm lacking the pace that I like up front. So once again, I'm going to make that change. I know Darnell Mintus is half a star worse than Coma, but it's not always about the overall star rating. Sometimes it's just about the key stats. And as I've pointed out many times, he's got them. He's absolutely got them. Right, and I need a midfielder. Who's going to be my substitute midfielder? I think Sangare. Okay, so I'm all set up and ready. We've just got to wind on until the actual match day. Good to see the A team, the first choice, are all fit and healthy and ready for this. This is going to be a tough game. I could bring, Darnell Mintus off on the bench at half time, but I'd rather start him, I think, because he'll probably end up playing the full game for us. He's been in good form lately as well. That's another thing. You know, you got to take advantage of your players when they're in good form, and yeah, You know, he played a 9.1, and then last game a 6.7 is not amazing, but it's not terrible either. And if you look at Comer's form, his form is just nowhere near as good. 6.6 and a 6.4. So Mintus is in the better form. So he definitely deserves the start. That's true. That's true. Cold Steel says, well, you are a second half team. So yeah, that's hard to argue, Cold Steel. We certainly seem to be, don't we? Right. Let's get this game going. And we are at home. The sun is shining. A rare event at Croft Park. Let's make the most of it. Let's hope it is a good omen for a good result for us against Yeovil Town. Not a great start. We get a corner here. Hard bottle to Morgan. Miller gets the header away, but it's over the bar, and that will be a goal kick for Blyth. Come on, boys. Get your act together already. We're 4 minutes in, and we've barely seen the ball at all. Mint is picking up a yellow card. Great. Let's hope me putting him on for the whole game isn't going to result in him picking up a second yellow and a red at some point, because that would really put a crimp in our plans. McGahey with the free kick there, finding Luke Wall. Sends it forward, trying to find Hinchcliffe, but Hinchcliffe gets a little bit held back by the Yeovil number 4, and as a result, Thomas gets to that ball before him. Goal kick comes out, but we do win the battle in midfield. Hunt sending it forward. Now Navarro to Egan. The right wing back playing it to Ackley. Now Makepeace. Mintus is going to get to that first. Good man. Plays it to Egan. Egan puts the cross in immediately. Navarro. Now Ackley. And there's the goal. Kai Ackley with his 3rd goal of the season. We're in under 6 minutes in this match. And already we've gone ahead of Yeovil. And I'm very glad to see that, because, as I said, this is a team that I think is tough. I'm expecting this to be a tough game. So getting a goal this early is great news. Now, let's hope we can keep this momentum going. Still only 37% of possession. Pretty terrible. Down to 34 now. But it's not how much of the ball you have, it's what you do with it. And Hinchcliffe here with goal number 2. 10 minutes in. Hardly any possession. 2 shots taken, 2 on target, and 2 goals. What a game so far. Captain Ben Hinchcliffe scoring his 23rd goal of the season. Currently the team's top scorer in his first season as captain of Blyth Spartans. Definitely leading by example, and looking like he is going to be a good replacement for Dan Maguire as the team's new goal-scoring talisman. Free kick from Yeovil there, saved by Lewis Thomas. And we are still in control of this game. 2-0 is the score. I do feel that we shouldn't get too excited though, because Yeovil are a side that could score at least 2 goals against us. They might come alive in the second half. If we can get a 3rd. Oh, Mintus trying a long shot there. Fancied his chances, but he put it over the bar. And the score remains at 2-0. Wilson to Goodacre. He's wide open. If he'd have hit that first time, that could have clawed one back for Yeovil. Thankfully, he dithered over it, and we had time for a Blyth defender to get in and deflect that out for a corner. Morgan takes it, headed away. Looks like it's going to go out for a throw-in. And that's the end of that. Colstill says dominating the right side. Try and wrap my head around which is our right side at the moment. Which way are we going? We're going this way. Yes, you are correct. We were. Just trying to look at this, like which way are we playing? I can't actually remember. It does have the helpful pointer there, but it's kind of looking fairly even in terms of where our attacks are coming from. But yeah, they are slightly biased towards the right at the moment. Seems to be working out for us though. Although Yeovil have seemed to have woken up a little bit. They are getting highlights, but is this going to turn around into a counter-attack for Blyth? We've got 2 minutes of added time before the half-time whistle. Enough time for Darnell Mintus to get a shot off. Ah, saved by Thomas, though. Good opportunity there. Good cross by Hinchcliffe. And showing we are still capable of threatening their goal. Yeah, so even on shots, they're way ahead on possession, but the scoreline is showing a very different story. And it's looking like Blyth are well and truly in control with a 2-goal lead at this point. However, anything could change in the next 45 minutes. Let's tell the boys they're doing well. Send them out for this second half. So, if results stay as they currently are, we will reclaim our second place from Hartlepool. However, that does require us to continue holding on to our lead and for them to not win their game. The one me to Brownell. Now Harbottle looking for Goodacre. He's going to get to it. Hits the cross first time, but headed away by the Blyth defence. Now Hunt looking for one of the attackers on the counter, but unfortunately the long ball was a little bit astray. Navarro tracking all the way back to midfield there to pick up that ball and send it to Darnell Mintus. Plays it to Egan. Egan to Ackley. Now War. Opportunity for a cross. Now he's left it too late and he's been closed down by Morgan, and it looks like Yeovil are on the attack now. Harbottle. This could be a goal for Yeovil. Definitely dangerous, and there it is. Albie Morgan banging in that goal, clawing one back for Yeovil Town. It's still 2-1. We still have the lead, but as I've feared for a long time now, Yeovil definitely have some fight left in them. And this is not over. This is far from over. Let's go for a demand more. Our lead has been reduced to 1 goal. We definitely need to wake up a little bit. I think perhaps our side has been caught resting on their laurels, thinking we've got a nice cushion. Not anymore. And now Brownell with a free kick for Yeovil just outside the Blyth box. Smashes it straight into the wall. Picks up the rebound now. Now James. Navarro with the tackle. Hinchcliffe. He's got Mintus up and a runner coming up through the centre. Oh, what was that, Hinchcliffe? I think that was meant for Mintus. Very poor cross, and that attack is well and truly over. Hunt with the corner kick, though. Navarro. Oh, Proctor clears. Wall will pick that up at the halfway line. Send it straight back down to Hunt. Hunt goes past his man. No, good tackle there. Makepeace to Ackley. Tackled again by the Yeovil defence. Yeovil do not want to concede any more goals by the looks of how they're playing. I think their manager must have given them quite the bollocking at half-time, because they seem like a completely different team now. Playing well. Sawumni there with the header. Not enough power in it, though. Let me see. Yep, let's press him. That's all the advice to take at the moment. Let's just have a look at the heat map. It is interesting. Right, okay. I think we're going to go for a demand more at this point. 20 minutes remaining. Nobody underperforming enough that I want to sub them off, but we are dangerously sitting on 4 yellow cards at the minute, and that concerns me. Don't want to see a red, because not only will that put us in a sticky situation for the last 10 minutes of the match, but it will also result in suspensions, which we could definitely do without coming into the close of the season. Oh dear, Goodacre's through. This is dangerous, and he's scored. Ricky Goodacre with his 9th goal of the season manages to score an equaliser for Yeovil, and confirming the fear that I've held on to all game, really, that they are not out of this until that final whistle goes. A strong team and a convincing comeback for them. Blyth are currently squandering what was once a 2-goal lead. What are we going to do about this, I wonder? Harvey Smith is now down to 6.3. So is Luke Wall. Let's make a couple of substitutions. Let's get Bierman on. And let's get Kefalis on. See if we can tip the balance and try to bag one more goal. Oh, what? Did you see that? A massive error from the keeper. Navarro picking up the ball, taking a shot, and it looked like it bounced off the post and the crossbar and came out again. Oh, a golden opportunity to retake the lead, completely squandered by Luca Navarro. That is upsetting. What a shame. But it's not over yet. We've got 6 more minutes or so. And Bierman is on the attack. Oh, wasted opportunity again. Put a cross in. Kefalis has the legs to reach that ball before the Yeovil man. Mintus to Navarro. Come on, Navarro, play that pass. Oh, it's a poor effort there. James intercepts it. And Proctor plays Harbottle. He's in space. Harbottle's in the box. He takes a shot. Saved by Thomas. And I thought Yeovil were going to take the lead there. And this draw is not enough to put us ahead of Hartlepool. We'll be remaining in third place in the table unless we can grab one more goal. Harbottle, and there it is. There it is. Yeovil have turned this game around. Well, that drops us down to 4th place. I'm switching up to very attacking and push forward because desperate times now call for desperate measures. That was a great header, by the way, right in the bottom corner. Can't knock that. Good effort. They definitely deserve it. But yeah, this is really bad for us. We dropped to 4th in the table. That's really going to mess up our playoffs position. We will not be getting favourable fixtures if we finish up in 4th. And it looks like that's how the game's going to finish, unfortunately. 30 seconds remaining. And, yeah. Very, very disappointed to throw away a 2-0 lead like that. The whistle's going any second. There it is. And look, 4th in the table is where we will be, with Fylde going ahead of us as well. That was, yeah, definitely aggressive bollocking at the end of that game to throw that lead away. Unreal. So this time we weren't a second half team, were we, Cold Steel? We were a first half team for a change. Took the lead, going 2 goals up in the first half, very early on in fact, and then just threw it away in the second for no good reason. Unbelievable. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, disappointing collapse for sure. Hartlepool have secured a playoff spot. Our playoff spot is still not secured. If we'd have won that game, it would have been. So there's still a chance even that we could drop out of the playoffs at this stage. It's unlikely, but it's possible if we hit a losing streak for these last 3 games. But we've got Barrow next, and they're down in 19th position in the table, fighting to stay out of the relegation zone. So they've got everything to play for, but so have we, because we want to stay in the playoffs here. Well, I'm reeling from that result. Can't believe it. Okay. Oh, their goalkeepers are good at 1-on-1. Oh, they've got Blyth. Jacob Blyth. He's actually good. He's only scored 14 this season, though, in 40 appearances. That's not great for them. That's probably explaining why they're so far down the table. But he does have a habit. Sorry, he does have a habit of scoring against us. I remember him well from previous games. Well, let's hope he doesn't score any in this upcoming match. We're at home against Barrow. And then our remaining 2 games of the season, I believe, are both away fixtures. Oh, hold on. Crap. Trials finished. There was one of those players that I decided I wanted to keep hold of. Possibly. And now can't remember which guy it was. So I'm going to have to click through them and figure out who it is. Was it Rio Glean? I think it might have been Rio Glean. I think it was. Yeah, it was. But he's inconsistent and doesn't enjoy big matches. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, screw him. He can go. Those traits are not ones that I like to have. Ben Hinchcliffe, tipped to win an award here. Touted to be Vanarama National League Player of the Season. Awesome. Good to know that he's nominated. Let's praise Darnell Mintz's form. Good stuff. So now we've got to not lose any more games. Well, we've got to win everything for the rest of the season and hope that 2 teams above us screw up so that we can go back into second place. The odds are getting lower and lower that we will finish in second. Now, where were we last season? Did we finish 4th or 3rd last season? Can't quite remember. We still managed to make it to the finals, but when you have to play that extra playoff game, it just means your players are that much more tired by the time you reach the finals, and it makes winning the final harder. It's a real test of your squad depth. All right. Yeah. All right. So let me see. That's what I'm looking for. Right. So, yeah. So we were 4th last season, and it's looking already like that's where we're going to be yet again. We don't want that. Damn it. Right. Okay. We have got a slightly stronger squad this season, though, so that's worth remembering. But which has given us a little bit more squad depth, but it's not enough, I don't think. Right, we're comfortable favourites for this game. All right, should be winning this. No worries. All right, screw the under 23s right now. I don't care what's going on with them. All I care about is the first team and winning the remaining games. Wow, we had a lot of players on trial. Well, none of them turned out to be good enough, unfortunately. Oh, nice. Fylde and Blyth have guaranteed themselves a league playoff place. Good. So at least we know we've definitely made the playoffs. So that's a positive. And now it's just down to fighting for a good playoff position. Okay, right. The A team is here. It's ready. Everybody is the right guys selected. Yep, cool. Let's hope they don't throw away this next game. And we're off. Our final home game, at least for the league matches of the season. And we're playing Barrow. A team that in the past can sometimes be a bit of a bogey team for us, for whatever reason, I don't know. But this season they find themselves way down the table, way below us. Hopefully that will be reflected in the full-time score as well. Here we have Navarro. Blyth on the attack. See if we can get an early goal. Well, we're 20 minutes in almost now, so not that early, I suppose. Egan with the cross. Hinchcliffe in space. Volleys it first time. Good save by Barrow's keeper, though, to keep that out of the net. Makepeace. Now Wall. Cross comes into Mintus. Headed away by the defender, but it falls to Hunt. And unfortunately, Hunt's shot was not accurate enough. But looking promising from those highlights. Looking all right early on. Let's hope there's more where that comes from. Wall to Hinchcliffe. Running it out wide. And, that was a poor cross attempt, sadly. And it looks like Barrow are on the counter now. Oh, good tackle by Egan. That turned around very quickly. Oh, poor pass by Navarro. This is awful stuff at the minute. Both teams giving the ball away over and over. Oh, now Blyther in the box. Mintus in space. And he slots it in from about 6 yards. Easy peasy. Thank you very much. 1-0 to Blyth. Darnell Mintus' 14th goal of the season, assisted by the captain, Ben Hinchcliffe. And it was very messy in the lead up to that goal. Both teams giving away possession over and over, but eventually the tap in going our way, and very pleased to be ahead. But we went 2 goals ahead against Yeovil, and we still managed to throw that away. So I'm not going to be relaxing at any point soon. Hinchcliffe on the attack again, running down the left wing. Plays it to Navarro this time. Unfortunately, Navarro has been a little bit hit and miss in terms of his goal-scoring chances, and I would say more miss than hit lately. Keeps throwing away opportunities. He's better suited to gifting them to the other attackers. Ooh, ball spilled there by the Barrow keeper, and that results in a corner. Could have been worse for him, though. Could have been a goal to Blyth. Hunt whips the corner in. McGahey to Smith. Now Navarro, and oh my God, that's... could not find a way through that massive bodies between the ball and the goal line. But almost had goal number 2 for Blyth. 5 minutes until half time. We have another attack for Blyth. Hinchcliffe gets on the end of that ball. He's got a man to his right, but he doesn't need him. Ben Hinchcliffe takes that himself. And that is goal number 24 for the Blyth captain so far this season. I think that was a little bit greedy of him, really. Like Darnell Mintus, I think it was clearly in space and waiting for that. Here he is. You see him make the run. That would have been a tap-in for him again, but Hinchcliffe says, no, don't need you, mate. I've got this one. You had the last. And takes that for himself. I assume Hinchcliffe is fighting for league top goal scorer as well. I haven't looked at the table recently. We'll have to have a look soon, see where he is in the standings, but I assume he's pretty high up. Right, half time, and 2-0 is the score to Blyth Spartans. But as we saw last match, we can very easily throw away a two-goal lead. Let's hope we don't do the same in this match. Right, that would put us ahead of Fylde if the scores stay as they are, but we'd still be behind Hartlepool. Baxter to Howes. Howes snapping off a shot there from about 22 yards or so, but it's wide of the target. Corner now for Barrow. Buxton in the box. Make peace with the tackle. No foul. Hopefully no penalty given there. But the ball is sent straight back up the Blyth end, and they're still on the attack here. Shut down, and Navarro on the counter now, taking the ball up the field. Mintus in space. He's in the box. Chance for a shot, shut down by the Barrow defender though. But they do win as a corner. Hunt will take that. Whips it in. And Wasiewicz. Oh my God, I don't know how to say that. Looks Polish to me. He is Polish. There you go. I win. Maximum points to Doyle. Yeah, he's in with the save. But how do I pronounce his name? Who knows? All right, 65 minutes played. Let's go for a demand more, because getting concerned because Barrow are starting to get the highlights in now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Mintus to Hinchcliffe. What can Hinchcliffe do with this? He takes it into the box. Tries to pass to one of his strike partners, but unfortunately his pass was intercepted by a Barrow defender. And that is the end of that attack for Blyth. Buxton now bringing the ball upfield for Barrow. Baxter to Blyth. McGahey with the tackle though, and things turn around as Darnell Mintus takes the ball out wide, puts a cross into Navarro, off the head of Navarro, but there's no power in it, and that is claimed by the keeper. McGahey looking complacent, most of my players looking calm, so it's a good sign. We still have this 2-goal lead, 66 minutes gone now. Oh, McGahey picking up a yellow. And now Egan. Got to be careful with those cards, lads. Don't want any suspensions going into the playoffs. That would be awful. Right, here we go. Mintus is... yeah, he's getting to that first. Tries to let it off for Navarro. It's a poorly weighted pass, though. Too much power on that pass. Needed to be a little bit more delicate, and Navarro would have had a sure-fire goal, but a little bit of a wasted opportunity, unfortunately. Mintus failing to weight that pass correctly. Miles now for Barrow. Buxton out wide on the left. Cross comes into Blyth. Good header from him, but Thomas saves comfortably. Made that one look easy. Coming into the last 10 minutes. Thinking about making a substitution, but I don't think I'm going to at the moment. I don't want to rock the boat. And they're just about healthy enough to make it through this game. And we've got a whole week to recover from it, so I think we'll be all right. As long as we don't get any injuries. Hunt with the corner. Oh, kept off the... oh, my God. Wow. Saved off the line by a Barrow defender there. That was very nearly a goal for McGahey. Oh, what did I just say? Hopefully we won't pick up any injuries. And there we have it. Luke Wall picking up an injury. You know, there are those times where you wonder if your computer can hear what you say. And it just goes, do you know what? I'll show you, matey. Here we go. Have that. So, yeah, substitution required now, but we have got Bierman, the international, coming on in place of Luke Wall. But I hope that's not a long injury for Wall, because we need him. We definitely need him for getting through the playoffs. RNG AI, that's right, Cold Steel. Yeah. Right, we are in the last few seconds of this match. Looks like we've got a comfortable 2-0 win. And that is the full-time whistle. Thank you very much. 22 shots to their 7. We were absolutely all over that game. Good to see. But the bad news is Luke Wall has picked up a potential thigh injury. And we're about to find out what that is. Oh, Tony, this is fine. McQuaid says, yeah, nothing needs saying after that match. I think I'll tell him it was a good win, actually. I want to keep building that confidence and that morale as we approach the playoffs. Now, we are 2 games away from the end of the season. Havant and Waterlooville will be the next fixture. And after that, we'll be playing bottom of the league, Grimsby Town, as our final match this season in the ordinary league games. And so one would hope we're going to be all good for those 2 fixtures being wins, but we'll see. He's out for 1 to 3 days with a tight hamstring. That's good news. That's good news. He'll be over that before the next game. So after scoring in the last match, Ben Hinchcliffe is now only 1 goal away from 20 league goals this season. Oh, God, that'll trigger a bonus of 2k. Oh, God. Didn't really want to have to pay him that 2k, but can't complain since he is banging the goals in for us. Right, Luke Wall. Let's praise that performance. In spite of him picking up an injury, he did very well. Right, just want to have a quick look at the top scorer chart. Let's have a look at the... Sorry, not the team stats. I want the player stats. Ooh, Ben Hinchcliffe is tied on 19 goals with Neil Taylor of Gateshead. Oh, we can't let our rivals beat us for goals scored, for top goal scorer, can we? Neil Taylor. And he's only 19 as well. Young lad. The reason he's ahead is because I think he's done it in less appearances. Yeah, so he's done it 19 in 34 games, whereas Hinchcliffe is 19 in 36. Well, we've got a chance of winning top scorer. And Navarro's in 5th as well. You wouldn't believe it off his recent opportunities he keeps wasting, but he's scored 16 goals this season. And Mintus, I think he's on 14, isn't he? So Mintus isn't far behind being on the table either. Assists-wise, Hinchcliffe, joint top with Luke Williams of Hartlepool. Goals, Hinchcliffe, we've just looked at. Yellow cards, Alex Hunt, good lad. Yeah, picking up the yellow card record is nothing to be proud of. Shots on target, Hinchcliffe is up there in 3rd and Mintus is up there in 4th. Not too bad. Distance covered over 90 minutes. We've definitely got some hard workers here. No surprise to see my wing backs, Luke Wall and Leighton Egan up there. They do a lot of running. But also Alex Hunt in midfield is apparently working himself hard. Good man. Key passers, Alex Hunt, 2nd, behind Connor Ronan of Leighton Orient. And Ben Hinchcliffe just creeping into that table as well. Interesting. Good to see. We've got some very positive looking positions in these tables. So, showing the team's doing well. Well enough, you could say, to be top of the league or at least 2nd. But sadly, we are currently sitting down in 3rd. 3 points behind Hartlepool. And we need more than that to go ahead of them because they do have the goal difference over us. So just tying with them on points will not be enough. 2 games remain. We need Hartlepool to lose. Only 10 shots on target, less than 50% in the last fixture. Yeah, that's pretty shocking, isn't it, Cold Steel? We kind of flip from one kind of extreme to the other. Sometimes we get absolutely tons of shots on target. And then others, we get hardly any. Just no consistency in the strikers, really. Even though I've got 3 of them, you'd think, with 3 of them at least, if one of them's out of form, the others will do the job. But It's low-level players. That's what it is. If they were consistently good all the time and had the great stats, they wouldn't be playing football at this level. They'd be playing much higher up. Oh, I see how it is, game. I see what's going on here. FM is trying to screw with me. So we took an injury to Luke Wall, who's our first choice left wing back at the moment, and then he's out for 1 to 3 days, and then suddenly Miles Bierman picks up one as well. He's my replacement, of course, for that position. So now I've got both my left wing backs that I would like to play currently suffering from an injury. At least they're short injuries, but that is annoying all the same. Because my backup after them, well, I've got 2 choices. I've got old man Michael Liddell, age 34, who's he's just too old, I think. Although looking at that, he's actually improving in stats somehow, but his pace is absolutely gone. At this age, pace 5, acceleration 7, and unfortunately, playing as a wing back, you need some pace about you, and he's not got enough. And O'Hanlon, he never really developed to be fully good enough. He's been a disappointment, sadly. Okay, looks like Havant and Waterlooville are likely to play a nice basic standard 4-4-2. We generally fare pretty well against that formation. We got Thomas and McGahey in Team of the Week. Nice. None of our attacking players, though, this time. Oh, when did that happen? Sorry, Gothrid. I missed when you followed. It must have been while I was playing a match and the crowd was loud. But sorry for not saying earlier. Thank you very much for the follow. I was just wondering that myself, Cold Still. We'll have a look in a sec. Right, so yeah, odds are firmly stacked against our opponent. That's good. Let's just have a quick look. So it's Hartlepool is the only one that concerns us because we've got to keep winning to stay ahead of Fylde. Let's have a look at their schedule. They have Bromley, who are down in 18th, and Maidstone, who are 12th. So no, they are unlikely to lose either of these games. So it looks like we're fighting to just keep 3rd place at this point. Unlikely we're going to take back 2nd. That's a shame. What about behind us? Well, that doesn't matter to me as much, Colesill, because basically we have to not lose any games. So their results aren't too relevant as long as we don't lose either of these last 2 matches. And I think we're all good for these. They're both weak teams. So we should be okay. Although we are playing away, we are going to be the favourites. What's going on here? Player of the season. Okay, time for a strategic vote because we've got at least 1 horse in this race. Oh, we've got 2. Alex Hunt's in there as well. So, doesn't look like we're going to win this, but let's vote for Cal Templeton. That's true. Every little does help, Colestill. It might come down to that being significant, depending on what our results are. Like, say for example, if we draw. But let's get this match on the road. They're in poor form. Good stuff. We are, however, a little bit inconsistent right now. Right, yeah. So look, it is screwing me. So I'm going to have to put Bierman on. Wall is not quite fit enough. He's fit enough to be on the bench, though. So we'll go with this. And the relationships between my players are looking pretty reasonable at the moment. Seems like they're getting used to working with each other. And that's important because we're going to need those good partnerships or connections between the players when it comes to the playoffs. If we're going to get past the tougher teams in this division, get to that final and ultimately, hopefully, win at Wembley. We will have to see. Yeah, I probably won't start Warlands at the beginning of the second half, but I reckon I'll probably end up bringing him on during it. Perhaps around the 69-minute mark, something like that. Depending, though, if Bierman's playing really well, of course I'll leave him on if he's having a good game. Ackley to Navarro. We've got Mintus in space. There he is in the box to Hunt, and that's an easy tap in. 1-0. Alex Hunt's 10th goal of the season. It's a decent tally for a midfield player. Good little set of short passes here. Good to see the lads linking up nicely and the goal resulting. It was so good, it wants to show us a third time. Yeah, just showing Hunt was definitely onside, no doubts there. That goal will stand. Carnu with a free kick. Oh my God. Oh, come on, Thomas. Surely you could have done better there. It's a good free kick from Carnu, to be fair, but Thomas, awful attempt at a save. And Havant and Waterlooville have equalised mere minutes later. The score is 1-1. Bierman with a free kick of his own. Oh, Hinchcliffe is offside. Oh, that rebound won't count. Well, that was a decent free kick from Bierman. That's one thing he is good for. He's not bad at set pieces. Oh, Hinchcliffe, if only you'd stayed onside. There's that inconsistency again. He said, yeah, that's right, Colestill, yeah. Oh, dear. Wow. This is turning out to be an interesting game. Kanu again with a good free kick. That was dangerous. I've got to look at this guy now. I've got to look at him. Where is he? Idris Kanu. What's his free kick take? It's only somewhere between 6 and 8. Why is he taking free kicks as if he's got like 15 or 16 for it when it's all the way down at 6 to 8? That makes no sense to me at all. He looks so dangerous from the free kicks. He's from Sierra Leone. Interesting. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That he scored once and nearly scored from a second free kick. And his rating for it is so low. We're just getting unlucky. That's all it is. So, Alex Hunt picking up a yellow card. Getting close to half time. We need to get another goal, really. At the moment, we're tied on points with Fylde if we draw here, but that could change. Mintus, though, on the attack. Chance to score. Leadham saves, and that will be a corner to Blyth. In it comes Hinchcliffe with goal number 25 for him. And what's that? That potentially puts him top of the league goal scorers chart as well. I think that's his 20th league goal. Also means I've got to pay him a 2k bonus now. So, yeah, he was definitely wanting that, wasn't he? Oh, well, that's going to be painful. But he deserves it. Oh, no. Guess what? It looks like we're going to be missing our captain. Possibly for all of the playoffs. Possibly for the rest of the season. Because he's just picked up a red injury. Which means it's quite serious. And it's a foot injury. That is terrible news. Not only is he our top scorer, but he's also our captain. Leads by example. Best player for our team all season. And now we're going to have to live without him. That is very, 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 very bad news. Did I say enough verys? Maybe go for one more. Very bad news. So, we'll have to bring him off. Comer comes on. And let's see if we can keep hold of our lead without our captain. RNG does hate me, Cold Steel. It really does. But, you know, anyone that plays Football Manager will be well used to getting screwed over. Yeah, here's the next screw over. Hunt is going to pick up a red card. And he's going to be suspended. Probably for 3 games. Yeah. So that'll be the last game of the season. And then 2 playoff matches. We'll be missing our best midfielder as well. Alex Hunt is gone. Wow. Now, ordinarily, I would take a midfielder off and just have 2 up front, but I've literally just brought Comer on, and I don't really want to take Navarro off yet. We'll give it a little bit longer, like this. This is just my luck. Just my luck. So we're missing the captain and possibly our best midfielder for, I expect, for the entirety of the playoffs at this point. But we'll see. I'm not sure if suspensions get wiped going into the playoffs or not. We'll find out. But injuries don't. Can't do anything about that. We can just pray that Hinchcliffe's injury isn't as serious as it looks, but we're going to have to wait till the end of the match to find that out, and I'm going to be worrying about it from now until then. Looks like we're still getting highlights going our way, but there is almost the entirety of this second half to go. plenty of time for Havant and Waterlooville to score an equaliser and, in fact, a winner on top of that. So, nervous times ahead. For a demand more. Feedback seems to be working out. Havant and Waterlooville making substitutions. Is that all three of their subs now? Yeah, they've used all their subs. They're really going for this. 20 minutes to go, and is that the equaliser? It is. Yeah. Owen Wallace scoring his first goal of the season. It is now 2-2. From the corner here. Just about scrambled over the line in the end. Again, Thomas should have done better with that save. That was actually a pretty poor show on his part, but he's playing a 7.0 this game, so he's obviously doing something right. But it wasn't that save, I can tell you that. And they go in front. And that drops us down to 5th. Well, you know that feeling where you want to smash things? We are getting screwed here. We are getting screwed. I'm going to have to make some serious changes now. Navarro will pull back to midfield. We'll take him off. Bring on Naby. And hope that that makes some kind of a difference. I doubt it will. But yeah, I should have done that earlier. We might not have conceded those goals if I had. But sometimes, you know, sometimes we end up scoring an extra goal by not making that change and keeping the 3 up front. So it's a tough call to make, and it's pretty much 50-50 which way it goes. This time it went the wrong way for us. But yeah, dropping down to 5th at this point with 1 game remaining. We're going to have to go through the playoffs the hard way. We're definitely not getting an easy run of it. We're definitely going to have player out injured, player suspended. Oh look, there you go. We've scored 1 back. That's 3-3 now, thanks to Darnell Mintus. I should have made that change earlier, shouldn't I? So let's see that again. Homer just about winning the header for Egan to run onto. He makes the cross. Mintus in space. On the volley, in it goes. Okay, so where's that leave us in the table? Does that put us back up to 4th? I think that might leave us in 4th. Go for a demand more. Come on, boys, I want a winner. Oh, that's back up to 3rd if we can hold on to this draw. Let's see. All right, Mintus. Come on, Mintus. Do something good with this, man. No, Naby. Score. No. No. Oh, that looked promising. We have got a corner, though. Bierman will take it. In it comes. Saved by the keeper. 5 minutes to go. And Naby's injured now. You are kidding me. This is a joke. All of this right in the second to last game of the season. At least we've got Sangare on the bench. Naby's just come on. Like, I've just brought him on. And already I've got to take him off. So we picked up 2 injuries and a red card from this game. And we've gone from winning it to drawing it. Let's hope we can at least hold on to this draw. 5 minutes of added time to be played thanks to that injury. That's a long time to survive when we're down to 10 men. And Lloyd with the shot. Thomas saves it though. Egan will pick that up. Right. Going to be a nervous 3 minutes. Homer. Mintus. Out wide to Bierman. The international wing-back tries for a cross, but it's deflected out for a throw-in. And honestly, I hope we just take our time over this. Come on, Bierman. Waste some time, mate. Good man. Okay, whistle's about to go. The draw will do. That will hold on to third place. Can we get one more shot in before the whistle? Nope, seems not. That's full time. So we'll have to settle for 3-3, which, under the circumstances, is a good result for us. Man, I'm worried about what this injury is going to be. And also, I'm pretty sure Alex Hunt's suspension is going to be 3-match suspension as well. I just hope they get wiped for the playoffs, but I can't honestly remember if they do or not. I fear not. Right, so we are 2 points behind Hartlepool. So if they lose their last game of the season and we win ours, we could move up to second. But let's find out. Hinchcliffe. 4 to 5 weeks. If we pump him full of drugs, he can play against Grimsby, but then he'll be out for 6 to 7. And also runs the risk of picking up something more serious. So, yeah, we're just going to have to leave it to the physio. And, yeah, when he's not even going to make the final. Even if we make the Wembley final, he's not going to be back, I don't think. That is absolutely gutting. That is a huge, huge blow for our promotion chances. This game is doing everything it can to screw our promotion chances season after season. Right, at the moment it says Hunt's only banned for 1 match, but let's see what occurs after they review it. I reckon that will get extended by another 2 matches. Let's see. This is just Football Manager, folks. This is how it goes sometimes. Doesn't like making life easy for you. That's why you need good squad depth. And at this level, getting good squad depth is tricky. Hard enough getting a strong first 11. Now, at least our next match is against bottom of the league Grimsby. So they've not really got anything to fight for, because I don't think they can do anything to stop themselves getting relegated at this stage. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Nexus is injured, out for 6 to 7 weeks as well. Well, I mean, at least he's not a first team player at the moment, but still, that's a bit of a blow. He is a backup. What else is it going to throw at us? I wonder if it's done. Or is it going to throw some more injuries at us in the next game? Possibly a red card. Just really screw us going into these playoffs. Okay, so actually quite a big gap. It's more than a week's gap between that match we've just played and the next one against Grimsby. Oh, Grimsby are not quite bottom anymore. It looks like they're second from bottom now. Still, their chances of avoiding relegation, I think, are 0. Just have a quick look at the table. So, yeah, Sutton have dropped below them. But yeah, it's literally impossible for Grimsby to avoid relegation. So they've got nothing to fight for. They may as well just give up and give us the win. Right, have a look at the schedule. When is this game? 4th of the 5th. Oh my god. Actually, with that gap, that's good news. We might have Hinchcliffe back. I mean, obviously Hunt's going to be out with a suspension. Nothing we can do about that. But this gap is good news for the players that are injured. Now, after we play this game, the playoff matches are pretty close together. The fixtures end up being quite tight. And then the final is pretty soon after. So I still think we're going to be missing Hinchcliffe, thinking about it. I still think he's going to miss any Wembley final that we might have made, but we'll see. We've got to get there first, haven't we? Talking like it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to make it to Wembley for a third time, but we might not. We could lose earlier than the final. And yeah, being without our captain and top goal scorer. In fact, yeah, I just want to check player stats. Yeah, so he's just gone and taken top spot just before the last match, but he might not be able to hold on to that now because he can't play the next game due to his injury. I really hope that he does finish as league top goal scorer. I feel he deserves it. He's had an absolutely amazing season. He's been a great player for us. Fantastic signing. And flexible as well, because I play him at the moment in the 4-3-3 as an advanced forward, but when I play the other formation that I started this season with, he plays as an inside forward in that one and does a decent job of that as well. So it's good to have flexible players. And he's definitely one of them. Paul still says maybe he'll be fit enough for the bench and able to sub in at a crucial moment. Maybe. We can only hope. But I think because it says 6 to 7 weeks, I think he's still going to be full on injured by the time the Wembley final comes. So he's not even going to have hit, the stage of, physio, injury recovery, all of that thing, where he's maybe playable. I think, like, in all, it would probably realistically end up being like 8 or maybe even 9 weeks before I would consider him usable. And it's just no way he's back in time. But, I mean, we'll wait and see. We might get lucky. He might have a miracle recovery. You never know. But yeah, I mean, even after the injury estimation, it can sometimes take a little bit longer. But we just have to hope. I'm extra glad I signed those new strikers though now, because definitely going to end up needing them, aren't we? And they're pretty decent. It's not like we're going to have a huge drop in quality by not being able to play him, but he is also the captain, and having to play without your captain does have an effect. It does have an impact on the team, and that's I'm more worried about that really than the lack of quality in his role. But also, as I said, he's our top goal scorer, and no team wants to have to go through important matches without their top goal scorer available, do they? Yeah. So that sucks, basically. So look, you can see the playoff first round. We've got hardly any days to recover from that. 3 days off, and then the playoff first round, which we will most likely have to play in, considering our league position. Hold on, so what we got? 2. Maybe not, actually. I think, yeah, so these 4 will play in the first round. So actually, we might get a bit of a rest. Yeah, so we just need to hold on to third. Okay, so don't lose this game. Basically, don't lose this goddamn game. Am I going to play my second team? No, because I need to win this. I can't afford to drop. It's actually easier if I gamble, because we did this last season and we screwed it up, didn't we? Because I gambled by playing my best team for the last match of the season, hoping that if I win it, I've got a longer recovery time before they then have to play the first playoff match. This time, I'm going to do it again. But we're playing a much weaker team. We're playing a team that's second from bottom in the division. So hopefully the gamble will pay off this season. It didn't last season because we ended up dropping to 4th. And then I had to play a knackered first team in this fixture here. But fingers crossed, it won't screw us this time. The game's trying its hardest to screw us in other ways. But hopefully this time we'll win the final fixture. Grimsby are only slight underdogs despite being bottom. With the injuries the second team is playing, so it's Cold Steel. Some of them, yeah, that's true. That is true. Right. Surely, I think match day is just about upon us. It's been quite a gap, so all the players should be fit and healthy. But then again, so will their players. Yeah, so we should be coming in at the semi-final if we hold our current position. Their form is woeful, but they have managed a couple of draws in their last 2 games. Right. And here is the mess that we need to deal with. Who's... yeah, actually, I think I'll put Mintus as advance forward. And then, how long is Hinchcliffe out for? Another 7 days and 2 weeks. Yeah, no, he's not going to make it, is he? Coma will come in there. And then we've got Feeney can go on the bench. Right, now Hunt. That one's a little bit more tricky, but I think Sangare. And then on the bench, we'll take Des Prez. And that is us done, I believe. Oh no, hold on. Wall can come back in now, Connie. Get Bierman off, Wall on. Now I think we're done. Ah, no, hold on. What am I thinking? Oh, Naby's not quite fully fit. Let's do that. So I might bring Naby on in the second half if one of these guys is underperforming. And then we've got Hall Johnson on as well. Okay, right. I'm ready. We're good. Thank you very much, Cold Steel. Yeah. He's lighting a candle at the temple of RNG. Please give Blyth a break, he says. I hope we get one here. Yeah, Maguire, he's in the squad, but he's not really played much this season, especially not since I brought in the new strikers. He's still the club's record top goal scorer. So we're keeping him around for emergencies, but yeah, we've not really needed him much this season. Okay. McGahey to Ackley. Ackley finding Mintus with that cross. Puts it into the box and it comes out. Fortunately, Grimsby defending that well and Reynolds clears it up the field. McGahey, is he going to beat Brown to it? No, he's not. Brown's got some serious pace about him and he scores a goal inside of 10 minutes. Ever get the feeling you're getting screwed? Because I do. Oh, man. McGahey just really lacking for pace there. And look at Brown. I wonder if he's related to Usain Bolt with that sprint. Have a look. I'm just going to pause it because I want to see what his pace is like. Acceleration 13, pace 13. So yeah, he's pretty quick for this level of football. I think he's certainly faster than McGahey, who is 11 and 11. Yeah, just done him for pace. Oh, Thomas only just saving that free kick from Grimsby there. This is appalling. And of course, a loss here, or even a draw probably, will lose our third place and force us to play an extra playoff game, which we do not want. But that's exactly what happened to us last season. But there's no way we should be losing to this team, though. Just no way. They absolutely suck. Yet we find ourselves a goal down. 15 minutes played. Jenkins-Haynes, back to Fowler. McKenchny. I think Grimsby are looking more in control than we are at the moment. Although, as I say that, we've got a counter. Comer, can he get a ball in? Makepeace, Akali, Sangare. Wall, bangs it in the goal. Good job, Luke Wall. Only his second goal of the season. But that is a much-needed equaliser there. We will take that. He's just come back from his recent injury. He had a tight hamstring. It's his first game back, and he scored a goal for us. Good stuff. Cosdale says maybe I should have lit a bigger candle. Seems to be working. It's turning around. We'll see if it continues. Fingers crossed it does. I'm going to demand more again. We need more highlights, and we need more goals. Although this first half is rapidly moving on without very much occurring. Is this going to be an attack for Blyth? It looks to be. Mintus to Wall. Wall sending it up. Navarro running on. Tries the shot himself, but there's just not enough power in that. If you're going to beat Bursic, you've got to hit it harder. He did have Darnell Mintus to his right, and he just failed to make use of him. Oh no, hold on. Was it Comer? It might have been Comer actually. Or Comber. I don't know how his name is pronounced. I'm calling him Comer. I'm assuming the B's silent. Sangare! Straight at the keeper. Fails to score. Hey Nexus, how you doing? Got the corner. Right, headed away by Grimsby. Oh dear. It's going to hit half-time at 1-1, I think, at this rate. We've just got to hope that we come out guns blazing in this second half, because we need to get that goal back, I think. Let's see the table. Yeah, a draw is not enough. A draw drops us down to 4th, and we need to finish 3rd. Don't want to have to play that extra game on Wednesday, because we'll just have a tired team by the time we get to the final, if we get to the final. That sounds quite serious, Nexus. I hope you're all right, mate. Right. I'm gonna. Needs to be an aggressive bollocking. I need more. Just trying to boost their morale's not enough. We need to win. We should be winning against Grimsby on a -34 goal difference, second from bottom in the entire league. How are we not beating these guys? Just noticed Leyton Orient have hit the 100-point mark. That is a massive points tally. Absolutely dominated the league this season. And we need to keep on demanding more. Can we have an attack, please, Blyth? Rossiter to Reynolds. Now Brady sends it upfield. Brown using his pace again. Gets away a shot, but Thomas saves. That will be a corner for Grimsby. Let's have a look. Who is performing and who is not? Good save there. Makepeace. He's only on a 6.5. Could be better. Homer as well. Right, let me see what's going on in the analysis. Have we missed anything? Yep, man mark. Ease off. Always press. That's it. If that stuff makes a difference, and we'll go for a demand more. There we go. Oh, come on, boys. Don't make me go all-out attack. This is getting desperate. Right, come on. Egan's on the ball. Taking it into the Grimsby half. Now Navarro. Sends it forward to Mintus. He's going to get there first. He's got support in the form of Wall. Wall goes for the cross. Sangari with the shot. Saved by Bursic. He's having a blinder. Denying yet another goal-scoring opportunity. And corner now. Sangari whips it in. Headed across goal, but cleared. Rossiter now. Deflects it off the Blyth player and out for a throw-in. Time to ease off tackles. Looks like we've got a Grimsby highlight here. King on the ball to Rossiter. Sending it back to the halfway line, but immediately pumped forward. Jenkins Haynes with the shot. Thomas saves. Rossiter now. Good clearance. Good, strong clearance there. Way up the field and out for a throw. 74 minutes played, though. It's not looking like we're going to get a winner, is it? No, we've got to do it. We've got to do it. We've got to go very attacking. Man, what can I even do here? Maybe let's see about bringing Naby on. Although with Sangare on a yellow card, oh man. Maybe let's just switch Makepeace. It's not ideal. And now I need an attacking player. I don't know. No, I'll leave him. I'll leave him be. Come on, Naby. Make the difference for us. Yeah, blood pressure has been spiking. Maybe my sudden and intense interest in exercise made matters worse. Yeah, probably. It's a good excuse to be lazy and have a rest, though, isn't it, Nexus? Yeah. I hope you feel better, mate. It's not good news, is it? Magahita to Ackley. Come on, lads. 7 minutes. Let's get another attack on the go. We need this goal. We are playing very attacking. We are pushing this game as hard as we can. Wall. Sending it up. Egan picks that up. Jenkins Haynes with the tackle. But Naby picks up the loose ball. Makepeace now. To Naby again. Naby finding Wall out on the left. Wall, come on, put a cross in. In it comes. Swinging in. Coma, and we've got it! We've got it! Oh my God. Right, switch from very attacking. Go cautious now. Oh, we've just got to shut up shop, park the bus, and defend for the last few minutes and not let them get a goal. But man, we needed that. I'm glad I didn't take him off. I nearly took Comer off. Just at the last second, decided against it. 5 minutes to go, and we are playing cautiously right now, just hoping to deny any further goal scoring opportunities from Grimsby. Oh, this doesn't look good though. I do not like this. Not one bit. Oh, off the top of the net. All right. Okay. Defensive now. Let's go back one more. I'm worried because they're getting the highlights. I'm worried. They've got a corner. Tighten up, lads. Tighten up. And it comes. Brady. Oh, shot blocked. Oh, dear. I'm getting high blood pressure now, Nexus. Corner from Rossiter. 2 minutes of normal time to survive. Who knows how long the added time will be, though. Come on, waste some time, lads. We deserve to win this. We've had 20 shots to their 12. But it's all going Grimsby in the dying minutes of this game. And I'm just so worried they're going to score. Right, Navarro, though. We've got a counter. Come on, boys. Navarro, terrible pass. And it's back in the hands of Grimsby. Jenkins-Haynes to Rowe. Back to Rossiter. Smashes it upfield. Finds King. King plays it across the goal. Luckily, nobody gets on the end of that. It took a deflection, though, on its way. So that will be a corner to Grimsby. And this is going to be a tense 3 minutes. Oh, my God. Just kept out. Oh, man. They're all over us. Let's go very defensive. There it is. It was coming, wasn't it? It was coming, and there it is. It didn't matter how safe we played it. It did not matter for shit. Football Manager just wants to screw me today. And there is the equaliser, and that will drop us back down to 4th goddamn place in the league. It's not showing it at the moment, because we would have been in 2nd if we'd won this game. We've got another attack though. Mintus, Wall, out for a corner. Come on. We've got under a minute remaining. Apparently that corner came to nothing, and now there's only 15 seconds. What's going on here though? Is that just not updated, or are Hartlepool actually losing and we're going ahead? I'm suspicious. I don't dare believe that we're actually finishing 2nd off the back of a draw with 2nd from bottom Grimsby. But if that's the case, if this table is up to date and that is how things stand, we're all good. We're in the clear. We got the finish we wanted, but I don't know. I daren't believe it. Let's see the latest scores. Well, there's the full-time whistle. No need to look at that. It has ended 2-2. Can't even beat bottom of the league, pretty much, or 2nd from bottom. Very disappointed with that. But did we get the league table finish we wanted? Is this good enough? No, that table wasn't up to date, and we have dropped down to 4th. God damn it. So if we'd have won that game, we would have been in 2nd place, but we lost it. Sorry, we drew it, rather, so we go down to 4th. So, once again, just the same as last season, we've got to do this the hard way. We've got to play the extra playoff game, which is going to wear our team out. We've also got to do it without our captain and top goal scorer, and that is really going to screw our chances. Yep, so we've got to play Yeovil in the first round. Well, at least we're at home. But then we play Hartlepool after that, and you'll see. You can't see it from here, but you'll see when we progress that the schedule is pretty tight at this point. So we've got 2 days to recover from the Grimsby match, and then we've got to play this all-important playoff game, which we have to win against Yeovil. Now, might I remind you that we just recently played Yeovil. That was the game where we went 2-0 up in the first half and ended up losing 3-2. So that's not good news, is it? There it is, look. That was the Yeovil match. And we were at home for that as well. And that was with Hinchcliffe. That was with our captain playing and available. So yeah, I'm pretty pessimistic, gotta be honest. I'm not looking forward to this game at all. And this is a game we might have even avoided. We might not even have had to play it. Because they would have been potentially playing Hartlepool. Hartlepool might have knocked them out, and we never might have had to play Yeovil. But never mind the what ifs, eh? Let's focus on the what is. Interesting. Scouts reckon they're going to play a 4-5-1 against us. They played a 4-3-3 in the game we lost. Now, if they play a 4-5-1, I actually feel a bit better about that than if they were playing a 4-3-3, because it was their goal scoring that did us in the second half. No, this report says 4-3-3 though. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Ah. The record for draws. We've now drawn 16 matches this season, and the existing record is 16 draws. So one more draw, and we make a record. But I don't think that's possible now. We're in the playoffs. Navarro, yeah, faces former club again. Who's this Atkinson? Nope, you're terrible. No contract for you. Right, here it is. Here we go. Phil Trainer seems a bit blasé about the importance of the upcoming match to his fans. Do you share his view that this match is no more important than any other? The importance of this match speaks for itself. Yeah. Oh, actually, let's go for this one this time. I think that maybe the pressure's getting to him a bit, and it looks to me like he's trying to convince himself that there's less riding on this match than there actually is. Let's try the cocky answer. You seem very confident about your own ability to handle pressure compared to Phil Trainer. Is there a danger you might be underestimating him? Yes, of course, but whatever. I'm not letting myself get too carried away. Phil will be a tough opponent, but I'm confident we can get a good result. All right, let's go with that. I hate talking to the press. I always worry about the effect that whatever you say might have on your team. You say the wrong thing, your team might underperform as a consequence. Right, okay. And the press takes that as Trainer looks scared. Yeah, thanks. That's not exactly what I said, is it? Right, so Ben Hinchcliffe, not available. Okay, well, it looks like we're slight favourites. So let's have a look. Hinchcliffe he is on to orange now. Expected to be out for 5 to 11 days. It's possible. It's possible that if we do reach the Wembley final, he might be available for maybe 45 minutes of the final. But yeah, we've got to get there first. We could just lose this game. And look at this. This is it. This is the freaking problem with that. All these players need resting. So I'm going to have to play a whole bunch of different players and hope that we can still win this match. And I doubt we can with a whole bunch of reserves being played. Right. Got out the subs bench first. Okay, and Navarro, I need a midfielder as well. God, we're so desperate, it's actually put Cavallo in midfield, and he doesn't really play central midfield. He's more of an attacking midfielder. Oh, at least Hunt's back from his suspension though, so he didn't get extra suspensions, or it is wiped before the playoffs. I don't actually know which way that went, but we'll take it. So why shouldn't I be playing Navarro? I suppose he's not really been performing that well. Feeney, Coma, Mintus. Oh man, I have no confidence in this. I'm very worried about this lineup I'm having to put out. And we got 3 players lacking in match fitness as well. Oof. Yeah, we ended up not managing to beat Grimsby. I think, was it a draw in the end? Yeah, we ended up drawing with them, which dropped us down to 4th, which was what we wanted to avoid. It was the worst case scenario yet again, just the same as last season. So that means we've got to play the extra playoff game, which we're about to do now, against Yeovil, team that recently beat us. If you remember, we won 2-0. Sorry, we were winning 2-0 in the first half, and then they came back and won the game 3-2 by the end. And we've got to play them, not only a team that's recently beaten us, but with a load of our reserves out, because my team was absolutely knackered. So yeah, this is about as bad as it gets, really. So we might actually not even make Wembley this season. We could be going out right now in this game, unless some form of a miracle occurs. Let's see what formation they've gone for in the end. They have gone for the 4-5-1. Okay, so they're playing a different formation to the one they used to beat us. They actually beat us with a 4-3-3. So maybe that could be good news. I don't know, but I think I'm right to be pessimistic here. Just got to pray. Just got to pray that we can score a couple of goals, get a cushion, and then hold on to it. Bierman to Kafalas. Then upfield, looking for Coma. Hunt picks it up. Kafalas again. Now Bierman. And we get an attack going here. Mintus in the box. He's got men to the right of him. Oh, he scraped it over the line somehow. Darnell Mintus, 16th goal of the season. We are 1-0 up against Yeovil in this playoff first round. That was a scrappy goal, but we'll take anything we can get here. Mintus should have played it across. He's got 2 men over there. But yeah, we'll accept that. Creeps over the line. And we're up 1-0. But do not forget, we went 2 up against Yeovil the very last time we played them. Also in front of our home crowd. And they came back in the second half with a vengeance. So I'm not going to feel comfortable until we've got, say, 4 goals. If we've got a 4-goal lead by half-time, maybe then I'll relax. Seems unlikely, though. Almost a goal for Yeovil right there. Bootroyd, Miller still keeping the move going. Wilson picking up that deflection. Now Dalmeida, he's a very dangerous player. Love to sign him. Bootroyd puts the cross in. Thomas plucks it out of the air, though. Free kick going over the bar. And Yeovil are definitely putting pressure on the Blyth goal now. Yeah, they've changed to go more attacking as well. I wonder if they've changed their formation too. No, they haven't. Okay, just their mentality. Maybe we can catch them out. Yeah, me too, Gold still. But it's haunting me, especially now. Oh dear. Yeovil controlling the midfield play at the moment. Really, we need to get a handle on this, get another goal. And it looks like we might. Feeney's through and he scores his first goal for the club. Fairly recent signing, Kieran Feeney. And what a goal to score. What a moment to have your first goal for the club in a playoff for promotion against the club that's just recently beaten us as well. Fantastic finish by Feeney. 2-0 now is the score. But, as I said, I'm not going to relax. Can't relax. Not until we've got a 4-goal lead. Good block. Hale will get to that. No, he doesn't. Mintus gets to that first. Now tries to play in Feeney, but must have been a terrible ball. Comes to nothing. About to hit half-time. Here we go. 45 minutes of this game over. 2-0 is the score. Just like last time. We were 2-0 up last time we played them. Let's hope we can hold on to it this time and not throw away 3 goals in the second half. And we're off at Croft Park. Wilson for Yeovil. Now Miller. Wilson again. Looks like this could be a Yeovil attack forming. Seems the highlight is going their way. Play switched up to the right flank now. James. Brownell. Cheeky little back heel to James. James puts the ball across the box. Miller, Proctor, and there is a goal. Who's surprised? I'm not. Oh my God. Is this the beginning of the end? Yeah, easy tap in for Proctor. It's to man more. Oh no! They've changed their formation. They've switched to the 4-3-3. Oh no! That's what screwed us. That's what screwed us last time. We've just got to hope. Just got to hope. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, I'm so worried now. Okay, we've got an attack here though. Mintus puts a cross in. It's a poor one, but Hunt. Oh, Alex Hunt! His 11th goal of the season. What a signing he's been. 11 goals for the midfielder Alex Hunt, and what an important goal that was. Just as Yeovil pull a goal back and reduce our lead, Hunt extends it once again. The score is 3-1 in this playoff against Yeovil Town. Throw in here, Feeney. Hall Johnson with the cross. Thomas claims it quite easily though, and sends it way upfield to Harbottle. Nods it down, but Naby will intercept. Fullis now out to Bierman on the left. Got space to work with. Now Comer. Bierman again. Trying to find a way through. Unfortunately, Comer losing possession for Blyth, and this will be a Yeovil counter-attack. Harbottle is through. He's going to get a shot off, and he smashes it into the back of the net. His 19th goal of the season. The lead is reduced once again. The score is now 3-2. And this is going to be edge of your seat stuff right to the last, isn't it? Looks like Thomas didn't even react to that. Just lets it go in. I wonder if they've paid him off. taking bribes. Well, what can I say? What can I do? I've just got to watch. "20 minutes remaining. Blyth with a corner kick. Claimed easily by Thomas. Paul Johnson is going to get to that first. Plays it to Kefales. Keeping things pretty safe at the back at the moment. Blyth, goal kick up the field. Goalkeeper kicks it up the field, but we've lost that midfield battle once again, and Yeovil look to be getting another attack together. Could this be the equaliser? No, Naby gets in with a good tackle there. We just can't get past that midfield. Good Acre with the shot. Thomas actually makes the save this time. "10 minutes remaining, and we are still under pressure from Yeovil as they put together yet another attack. James wants to cross it. Oh, passes to Goodacre. Oh, whew. Good tackle at the last to put that out for a corner. Thought that was a goal, but could be one from the corner though. Paul Johnson heads away. That's another corner. The pressure is real. Bierman now with a throw in for Blyth up the other end. Tries to pump it into the box, but nobody on the end of that. Naby will get to that ball first though. Make the pass, Naby. Kefales smashes it up. It's come to absolutely nothing. And now Yeovil are on the attack. Proctor using his pace. Takes a shot, but it's a poor one this time. That will be a relief as Thomas claims that ball. Kicks it out straight to a Yeovil player. What is he doing? What was that? Like he's not even trying. I'm starting to get more and more suspicious he has been bribed. Oh no, come on, there it is. I could feel that coming. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. And there's the equaliser. 3-3 in the 84th minute. And we could be going out because it's hard to see us getting another goal as things stand at the moment. Yeovil are getting the highlights. Oh, Jesus. 4 minutes of added time. 2.5 minutes of it played. This looks like it's going to go to extra time at the moment. Feeney with a cross to Mintus. His attempt to cross deflected. And that seems to be the end of a Blyth attack, and it's going to Yeovil now. Is this going to be goal number 4 in added time? Yes, it is. And that is it. Promotion hopes over for yet another season. Well, we've got to make some substitutions. I mean, look at the state of this. Ameson's playing a 5.9, just screwing over the team with that terrible performance in defence. Bierman only on a 6.3. Wall's going to have to come on. Everyone else is doing all right, but I think that's it. I think it's over for us. The whistle's going to go any second. We've gone for the all-out attack, push forward combo. Will we get one more shot in before the whistle goes? Let's see. Darnell Mintus on the ball currently. Now Wall. Cavallo. Back to Mintus. Wall again. Puts the cross in. Blocked by Davis. And Sawunmi makes the clearance. And that is it. I'm pretty sure that's it. I think that's the season over for us. Yeah. And we crash out of the playoffs. 2 seasons of making the Wembley final. And this season, we failed to even achieve that. feels like we're sliding backwards. I think we just had some rough luck, really, with that end to the season. Hinchcliffe getting injured, drawing that final game and slipping down the league table, forcing us to play this extra game against Yeovil, being drawn against Yeovil, a team that we just recently lost against. Just a whole collection of bad luck there. And that's that. We are out. Season over. Yeah, thanks, Coldsteel. Yeah, it's just the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? Just the way it goes. Losing 4-3 in the playoffs. What can you do? And once again, we were ahead again, weren't we? What was it at halftime? Was it 2-0 at halftime again, or was it 3-1? I forget now. Gonna have to check. But definitely was reminiscent of the game we played not too long ago. So yeah. So we were 2-0 up at half time again, 2-0 up at half time, and managed to throw away the game in the second half. I know what it was. It was that switch. Once they switched to the 4-3-3, they just seemed to outplay us when our 4-3-3 versus their 4-3-3. They just seemed to do better, but I didn't have the players to switch my formation. Didn't have the bench to be able to do it. We'd gambled on this. And yeah, that's a huge disappointment. I mean, look how well we've done for huge periods of the season. Like, look at all this. And then you just come into this last month. And in the last month of the season, we manage a single win. 3 draws. Like, you know, we just couldn't hold on to second spot that would have given us an easy run into the playoff finals. It just got away from us. Just couldn't cling on. What can you do? That's convenient. All Lucas usernames are taken. Says, unlucky mate. As an in real life Yeovil fan, I would have loved to have had that kind of fight from them this season. Hey, at least you got to enjoy seeing them do well here. Well, let's continue for the sake of Lucas. Let's see if Yeovil end up winning promotion. At least somebody can have a happy ending today, perhaps. Let's see. When am I going to start the next season? Well, what I'll probably do, because I'll have to do a load of admin, like sign players, renew contracts, all of that stuff. I'll probably do a bunch of stuff and play some offline, and then we'll come back after I've played part of next season, next session, next Friday. We should be playing that. We'll see if we'll see if the 4th time around we can actually get promotion. But I'm looking forward to really trying for just a first place finish. As I keep saying, we just don't seem to be able to get through in the playoffs. Just doesn't happen for us. So we're going to have to win the league. That's the only way we're going up. So yeah, here's our budgets for next season. 22.5k per week for wages and 191k for the transfer budget. That's roughly what we had left from this season, isn't it? So we got some money to burn. We will try improving the team a little more. But we've not got much room on the wage bill right now. So we're going to have to lay some players off to bring more in. But hopefully we'll get another bit of a reputation boost from reaching the playoffs at least. Again, that's 3 seasons running. And bear in mind, I do like to keep pointing out, where is it? I always forget where to look it up. Oh, goddamn, where is it? Is it... Surely it's under competition. Yeah, it should be under here. So yeah, there you go. Season preview. So bear in mind, this is where we were predicted at the start of the season. So yet again, we're predicted for relegation. We are overperforming to even make the playoffs 3 seasons running. And each season we're improving the team little by little. We're not strong enough to win the league at the minute. But Leyton Orient were predicted to win the league, and they did in fact win. All these other teams were predicted to end up that high up the table. We're expected down here, so we'll make some more signings. We'll strengthen up some weak positions again, and we'll come back and have another crack at it and see what we can achieve in season 7. I believe it will be now. Jesus. Next, it says maybe take a few players back behind the clubhouse and reassess their commitment to Blyth. Yeah, I think we need to set Sarge on them, don't we? Where's Sarge when you need him? All right, so we've got some new players making it into the overall best 11. Alex Hunt gets in there. Nice, good man. Darnell Mintus. McGahey. Nice. Okay, cool. End of season rewards. Obviously, Ben Hinchcliffe, player of the season, captain, and top goal scorer. Did great. Alex Hunt behind him, and Leighton Egan after that. Luca Navarro scoring goal of the season. Alex Hunt signing of the season. I did say that myself, didn't I? He's been pretty good. And this was my top team. Now, 1 or 2 of these were loan players that I'm going to see if I can bring in on a more permanent basis in the same way as I did with Hunt last season, but we might have a very different midfield next season. We'll have to see. All right, plans for next season. Assertive. Yeah, we're going to go for playoffs. Good lads. Excellent. They're up for that. The board feel you're doing an unbelievable job, and you're clearly putting a smile on the face of every single supporter. Really? It doesn't feel like that after failing 3 times in a row in the playoffs to go up a division. It feels like abject failure and massive disappointment. But at least the board's happy. Whatever. Right. Let me see. I want to see. It doesn't look like they've been played yet. Okay, let's keep winding on because I want to see how Yeovil do, whether they end up going up or not. Right. Ooh, who's this George Smith who filed? He's out of contract and he looks quite good. Let's see. Let's scout him. Add him to shortlist. Might try and sign him because he's got a decent star rating and he plays the positions, both of the positions that I use. Right. Anyway, enough of that. Like I said, I'll sort out my signings off stream because I know it can be quite dull watching someone just search for hours, like trying to find the perfect players for your formation. Good idea, Gecko. I like the sound of that. Oh man, I knew it was bad when I saw that all of those players needed resting. I saw that, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to play a weakened side. I'm going out. I knew it, and then I was given false hope by the 3 goals we scored. I thought, oh, maybe not. Maybe we can do this. And then Football Manager giveth and Football Manager taketh away. And they scored 4. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here's the semis. Let's see what the result is of that. And Yeovil. Sorry, Lucas. Yeovil have gone out, mate. Morgan getting a red card in the 90th minute probably didn't affect things, but they end up losing 4-2 to Hartlepool. That sucks. Because I'm sure I've beaten Hartlepool this season. Filed go through, and the final will be between Filed and Hartlepool. at Wembley. Ebbsfleet falling out and Yeovil. Both matches were 4-2. I'm just going to have a look because I swear I've beaten Hartlepool this season. Let me just see, because I reckon if I'd have been up against them. All right, so we drew with them at home, actually. Not great, is it? What about the other leg? No. In fact, we drew and lost, so I probably would have failed against Hartlepool. Never mind. Oh, well. Back to normality then, says Lucas. Yeah. Poor old Yeovil, eh? Yeah. I don't know how many of you lot know, but in real life, I'm from Derby, so I'm obviously a Derby County fan, as well as supporting Blyth, obviously. My local team is Derby County, and so you might be aware that Derby lost a playoff final in real life. So in the last, well, we're now in the next month, but let's say in the last 2 months, I've lost 2 playoff finals in Football Manager. My team's lost a playoff final in real life, and then we've been knocked out of the playoffs just now on stream. I am sick of playoffs. I can't take another playoff failure. Surely my time is coming to have some joy and happiness and good fortune in a playoff. Surely I've done my time. I've been on the wrong end of the results for long enough. Please, RNGesus, shine some light on me. Give me something to smile about. Hopefully, in the next couple of sessions of Football Manager. We will see. Right, that is where I'm going to leave it. Because, like I say, we're out of matches, and I don't want to do all the boring stuff in front of you lot. It's not that fun to watch. And I quite frankly need to go cry in a corner for a while to get over that that loss against Yeovil. So yeah, I'll get a box of tissues. There we go. Got them ready. Got the Kleenex ready. I saw this coming. But thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you suffering through this with me. And hopefully I will see you next week. I will be back on Monday. Pretty sure I'll be streaming Monday. Hold on, what's the date? What's the date? Hold on, check things. Monday is the 10th. Yes. Okay, yes. So I will be back on Monday at the usual time of 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. Eastern. Hopefully you'll join me then. I think I'll be playing some Battle Brothers. So if you're into that, come check it out. If you don't know what it is, come find out. It's a fun little strategy game I've been really enjoying lately. And then we'll return to Battletech on Tuesday, and we will have Battletech Extended 3025. I'll be starting a new campaign with the Urban Warfare expansion. So I know I've played one over the last few days this week, but I'm going to start a whole new one because Battletech Extended is best played from the start. I don't want to start with, you know, the mechs I've already got in my current campaign because that gives us too much of an edge. Plus, what some of you might not have heard is Harry has worked on a faction-specific background start thingamajig. So, you know how you pick your background in when you start a Battletech career? So, say, for example, you pick Steiner or whatever is your background. Now, your starting mechs will be weighted according to your faction. So there's more chance that if you've got a Steiner background, that you will have some Steiner specific mechs in your starting lance. So as an example, Steiner are quite well known for their commandos. So there's a higher chance that you'll start with some commandos if you pick Steiner, for example. And that is applicable to all the factions, all the major houses. So he's not done the Taurians, the Oregons, or the Canopians, but the major houses he has done. Plus, there's a vanilla start as well. If you just pick a periphery background, you can still get the original weighting from the mod as we know it up to this date. but I'm really interested in these faction-specific weightings, and I can't wait to see what we're going to get for our mechs. I haven't even decided what faction to pick, because I know normally I love going Liao, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go Liao. I might go something different and see what we get, but I haven't made my mind up, so we'll find out on Tuesday. I'll do it on stream. We'll pick a faction and see what the mechs are that we roll. But I'm really excited about that. I think it's a great idea to have all that extra kind of layer of lore and story thrown into the game. And yeah, I'm sure loads of you all have your favorite houses in BattleTech, and I know that you're going to enjoy being able to start with your house background and get more house relevant mechs to your background. It's great. Anyway, that's just one of the things that he's updated. There are also some new mechs in there and stuff like that, but we're just waiting for Justin to finish working on his parts. Harry's done all of his bits. We're good to go. Just got to wait for Justin, who I assume is at work or has been at work today, and will sort his bits out when he gets home. And then either tonight or tomorrow, the new mod, all good and working with the latest version of BattleTech plus the Urban Warfare DLC, will be available for download on Nexus Mods, and you'll all be able to play it over the weekend. Fingers crossed. That's pretty much what Harry has said, so it looks like it's going to be the case, but obviously I don't stream it again until Tuesday. Now, another thing worth mentioning, on Tuesday, some of you know already, but obviously Michelle's pregnant. Tuesday is when we're going for a scan, so I'm hoping I should be able to start the stream at the usual time, and it won't have any impact on you guys. But check in on my channel. I will leave an announcement in the title if something needs to change. But I'm pretty sure we'll be able to make the appointment and get back in time for me to stream. But just in case traffic's bad or there's a delay, or any number of things could occur that might delay my stream start. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. But fingers crossed things will go as normal on Tuesday. But yeah, we are going for a scan, and we'll find out whether it's a boy or a girl, or an alien or a Sarge. It might be a Sarge, hopefully not. But yeah, we'll find out what it is, and yeah, I'll probably let you guys know on stream, obviously. But yeah, just so you know, that's a thing that's happening on Tuesday as well. But hopefully see you all Monday. Thanks again, guys, and thanks to the new follow from Gothrid today. It's quite a quiet day today, wasn't it? But still got a follow out of it. It's not bad. And yeah, thanks again. I will see you on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys.